Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What is good and what is going on, Sixer Nation? Good afternoon, everybody. We are back here once again, ladies and gents, for another Philadelphia 76ers live play-by-play and reaction. Here for another one here on this Sunday afternoon. That's right, ladies and gents. We are back for another one here on this Sunday afternoon, on this second to last Sunday of March here on March 24th, 2024. But here this afternoon, we have a matchup on the West Coast here for this game as your 38-32 Philadelphia 76ers with a record of 17-17 on the road take on the Los Angeles Clippers with a record of 44-25 overall with a 22-11 record here at home. I have some weird feeling this is going to be a really tough game this afternoon here for the 76ers. I just have some weird feeling it's going to be one of those types of games where it's going to get a little weird. It's going to get a little funky. But hopefully the 76ers can get the job done here this afternoon. We obviously give you guys the live play-by-play. We give you guys the reactions, the analysis. We give you guys everything that you need to know about this game here on BLSG here on this fine afternoon. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Shout out to everyone that started coming through here on this Sunday afternoon. Ladies and gents, we already have 5 people up in here. Appreciate all you guys for coming through and tuning in already. If you guys have not done so, ladies and gents, please be sure to go ahead and hit the like button on the stream. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. And everybody be sure to go ahead and share out this stream so we can bring more viewers onto the chat. Also, go ahead and take a look at our sponsors down below in the description of the live stream, like it says on the pinned comment, both The Score and 10-Pin Toolkit. Go take a look at our sponsors down below in the description of this video. And without further delay, ladies and gents, let's go ahead and get the show on the road. Let's go. We obviously, you already know how this works, ladies and gents. We already got to go ahead and go through the chat here before the game starts. My guy Eagles, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Just gave you a like. Hey, appreciate you, my guy. He doesn't have to worry about me telling him to hit the like button, but hey, appreciate him for coming through the stream, though. Shout out to my guy Eagles, man. Need to bounce back here this afternoon after 2 tough losses to the Suns and Lakers. Absolutely, man, absolutely. Got to bounce back. My guy SC Sports Talk, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. So go 76ers. Hey, my guy's on the 76ers side. Let's go. Shout out to my guy SC Sports Talk, man. Even though he might be one of those trolls, he's on the 76ers side tonight, and he's just trying to have fun up in here. But hey, SG Sports Talk, man, appreciate you for coming through and tuning in, my guy. Hit the like button if you have not done so. SG Sports Talk, appreciate you for coming through the stream. Of course, has to go ahead and says F the Clippers. Has to say what's up. What's going on, SG Sports Talk, man? Appreciate you for coming through, my guy. First time facing against the former All-Star James Harden. Yes, sir. Guys, the 76ers do match up with the Los Angeles Clippers, and it'll be the first time this year, like my guy Eagles says, that the Philadelphia 76ers will be matching up against James Harden in a Los Angeles Clippers uniform. Need to play a complete game. You already know, man. Let's go. It's his thoughts on trading Redick rumors to me. Let him play out his final year of his contract because nobody's going to offer them what they want. So to me, let him play out his final year. Yeah, I can see it going both ways, my guy, between Redick getting traded or Redick playing out the final year of his deal. But this is going to be kind of a prove-it deal for Hassan Redick because all Hassan Redick could honestly do is just get to the quarterback. If you think about it, all he could do is just get to the quarterback. He really could not do anything else. But at the same time, let this be a prove-it deal under Vic Fangio for this year and see what he can do this year under an experienced coaching staff led by Vic Fangio on defense. This is Go Sixers. You already know, my guy. Let's go. My guy Charles Adderley, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Says please hit the like button on your way into the live stream broadcast. Thanks. Hey, shout out to my guy Charles Adderley for always supporting one of the top moderators up in the chat. Shout out to my guy Charles Adderley for continuing to support. But hey, Charles Adderley, man, appreciate you for coming through, my guy. Hit the like button if you have not done so, Charles. Appreciate you for coming through the stream. And again, appreciate you for coming through, Charles Adderley. Says the 76ers need this win today. It's paramount in my humble opinion. Hey, yeah, they definitely do. Especially when they have to go ahead and play the Sacramento Kings tomorrow. And they got a matchup against the Clippers again on Wednesday, but in Philadelphia at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Says host CEO of BLC Sports Channel. Welcome. Good afternoon. Hey, shout out to everybody that's coming up in here, man. Appreciate everybody. Stay tuned. NBA action up shortly on BLC Sports Channel. Yes, sir. You already know. My guy, Jerry Lee. What's going on, Jerry Lee? Appreciate you for coming through, my guy. It's been a minute since I've seen you in the chat, Jerry Lee. But hey, man, shout out to you for coming through and tuning in for the first time in a while. But shout out to my guy, Jerry Lee, man. Hit the like button if you have not done so, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through the stream. Also, MC, what's going on, MC? Appreciate you for coming through as well. So let's do the Sixers. Yeah, MC, hopefully they can pull this out. You know, they need this win going into the game tomorrow night against Sacramento. I mean, if they can just win like one of these next two games going into the Clippers game on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, if they can win one of these next two games, I'll be pretty satisfied with that. But MC, appreciate you for coming through and tuning in. Hit the like button if you have not done so. MC, appreciate you for coming through the stream. Says, let's go Sixers. Hey, Star Wars 99, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Hit the like button if you have not done so, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through the stream. And absolutely, man. And you already hit the like button. Shout out to my guy for knowing what to do when he comes up in here. Guys following me in here from halftime stream mail. Hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. Spreading the word around, you know what I'm saying? My guy, Brian Post, man, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Hit the like button if you have not done so, Brian. Appreciate you for coming through the stream. It's Philadelphia 76ers. Let's go. You already know. Let's get it. Need a W today and need to get on a winning streak. You already know, man. Let's go. Really hope we keep Hassan Reddick. I mean, I can debate about Hassan Reddick, but I think this year is going to be a prove-it deal for Hassan. A prove-it year for Hassan Reddick because I get it. You know, he was really good at getting to the quarterback in the last 2 years, but that's all he did. He was never a linebacker that could attack in the middle of the field. And at the end of the day, he just couldn't tackle. So, at the end of the day, I kind of hope the Eagles keep Hassan Reddick, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind the Eagles trading him. But if they do keep him, it's kind of going to be a prove-it year deal for Hassan Reddick. Says Eagles absolutely no cap. Yes, sir, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everyone coming up in here as an entire community. Ladies and gents, we're going to go ahead and get into the injury report here for both the Philadelphia 76ers and the Los Angeles Clippers here before the game tips off, hopefully. So let's go ahead and dive into both injury reports right now. We're going to go ahead and start here on the Philadelphia 76ers side. Listed as out for the Philadelphia 76ers. First one listed as out is point guard Kyle Lowry, who will not play in this afternoon's matchup against the Clippers for rest purposes. So probably expect Kyle Lowry to be back for the second half of the back-to-back against Sacramento. First reported by Adam Aronson of PhillyVoice.com. Then also listed as out was the 76ers' newest addition to the team, power forward one of the newest additions to the team, power forward Kai Jones, listed as out with a hamstring injury, is out to face the Clippers here this afternoon. Obviously, we know Joel Embiid still listed as out with the knee injury and won't be with the 76ers during their upcoming 4-game road trip, which started on Wednesday in Phoenix and ends tomorrow night in Sacramento, according to Shams Charania of The Athletic. Also listed as out is shooting guard DeAnthony Melton, listed as out once again with lumbar spine bone stress. According to head coach Nick Nurse, he said on Monday that he had no update on the status of Melton, who has not played since February 17th, according to Derek Bodner of AllPhilly.com reported, who was the first one to report that. And then final guy listed as out here on the injury report for the Philadelphia 76ers is power forward Robert Covington, who did do some on-court work following Sunday's practice and is ramping up for return to game action, according to Gina Mizell of the Philadelphia Inquirer, who was the first one to report it. And also another note here to note about Joel Embiid was that he was actually back on the court almost nearly every single day, but has not gotten into contact basketball yet. So he's just kind of working through shooting drills right now to get back into his hopefully regular Joel Embiid self here. So hopefully they can get Joel Embiid nearly back at full strength and give him a couple games under his belt in the regular season before the playoffs come around. So hopefully Joel Embiid will be back soon in the up and coming weeks. Now going over to the Los Angeles Clippers injury report now. Listed as out here for the Los Angeles Clippers to start is former Philadelphia 76er at depth power forward PJ Tucker listed as out with a calf injury and has been ruled out for this afternoon's game against the 76ers, according to Law Murray of The Athletic. Musa Diabite, forward Musa Diabite, listed as out for the Los Angeles Clippers, but did record 10 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks over 39 minutes in Sunday's 115-111 win over Westchester. So I'm assuming that's in the minor league. As the starting lineups come in here for both teams right now, for the Philadelphia 76ers is Tyrese Maxey, Buddy Hield, Kelly Oubre, Tobias Harris, and Mo Bamba. For the Los Angeles Clippers is James Harden, Terrence Mann, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and starting at the 5 for the Los Angeles Clippers will be Ivica Zubac. Coming to you guys live here from Los Angeles, California, here at the Crypto.com Arena, where the Los Angeles Clippers do share the arena with the Los Angeles Lakers, as the game is about to go ahead and get underway here. We'll go through the remainder of the injuries once we get to every commercial break. Mo Bamba versus Ivica Zubac here in the tip. 76ers rocking their white jerseys, it looks like, and the Clippers rocking what looks to be their City Edition jerseys. As the tip-off is underway, Mo Bamba wins the tip here against Ivica Zubac. And here we go as we are underway from Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California. Kelly Oubre with the ball, gets it over to Mo Bamba. Going to find Max, who gets double-teamed early. Gets it out to Oubre, now over to Harris at the top of the key. Now going to drive. Spin. Harris puts it up for 2. Can't hit it. Goes off the back of the rim, misses it. It'll be rebounded by the Clippers. Here comes James Harden, who has that ball poked away by Kelly Oubre. All contact right there by Kelly Oubre, so that will not be a backcourt violation, but Harden gets the ball back. Harden going to drive, going to kick it out to Terrence Mann. Mann going to drive. Mann going to work in the paint. Denied by Bamba, so get that out of here early on. And he'll put it in the hands of Maxey, out to Hield, out to Harris in the corner for 3. And Harris drops a three-pointer from the right corner. And a big shot early on here from Tobias Harris. And here we go. Terrence Mann with the ball, going to bring it down the floor. Going to get it over to Kawhi Leonard. Back to Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann up the baseline. Going to find James Harden. Harden going to dump it off to Mann. Back to Harden, who will launch a 3 from the wing. Can't get it to go. It'll be rebounded here by Tobias Harris. And here comes Philadelphia. Harris with the ball here. Guarded by Leonard. Harris going to drive. Going to put the shot up for 2. And Harris gets it to drop. Tobias Harris with a quick 5 points to start here for the 76ers. And the 76ers off to a quick start, but mainly because of Tobias Harris. James Harden with the ball. Gets it over to Terrence Mann. Over to Kawhi Leonard. Finding Zubac. Gets it over to Harden at the top of the key. Harden guarded by Kelly Oubre. Harden going to dart over to Leonard at the wing for 3. The right wing at that. Can't get it to go. Kawhi gets his own offensive rebound. Puts the shot up for 3. Bangs off the iron. Misses it. And be rebounded by the Sixers. Here they come as they bring it down the floor. Maxey with the ball. Dumps it off to Bamba. Bamba going to drive. Uses size to his advantage against George. Can't get it to go. Hield with the offensive rebound. Can't get it to go. Mo Bamba trying to put it back. Can't do so. Kelly Oubre snatches it from Terrence Mann. Gets out to Harris for 2. And Tobias Harris off to a quick start with the first 7 points of the game. And a 7-0 lead here for your Philadelphia 76ers in the first 2 minutes of play. James Harden with the ball here for the Clippers. Gets it over to Paul George. George going to drive against Buddy Hield. George going to put it up for 2. Can't get it to go. Great defense by the Sixers. And it's picked up by Mo Bamba on the defensive rebound. And here comes Harris again. Harris, guarded by Leonard, gets past Leonard. Harris dumps it off to Bamba. Bamba could not pick up the pass. A little bit low from Tobias Harris, but an early turnover for the 76ers, and that's not what you want to see, especially when you can't seem to finish strong based on how you've played the last couple games. What to watch for in this game for the 76ers is to rebound and contest shots, as Harden with the layup here for the Clippers. Gets it to go to get the Clippers on the board finally. And an and one opportunity coming here for James Harden, as it looks like the foul is going to be called on Tyrese Maxey. Did you see James Harden just going to drive into the paint, work against Maxey and Bamba, takes the double team, lays it up, and lays it in. So the first points finally come on the board here for the Clippers. In a little over 2.5 minutes of play, Harden to go ahead and attempt the free throw. And the free throw by James Harden is good. Former 76er getting the scoring started here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Now here we go. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Gets it over to Mo Bamba. Bamba going to get it over to Tobias Harris. Harris going to his left. Now going to drive. Harris going to spin. Guarded by Harden. Kicks it out to Hield. At the left wing. Hield going to dance against Harden. Hield going to drive. Hield up the baseline. Finds Bamba. Out to Maxey, who drives it in. Maxey with the floater. Over Harden off the window. And Maxey puts it in. Makes up for the foul call earlier where he did get the foul call going up against James Harden. But rebounds by putting up a two-pointer off the window. Harden with the ball here for the Clippers. Harden going to dance behind the back. Gets it over to Zubac. Zubac's going to lay it up 4-2, and Ivica Zubac puts it in to respond here for the Clippers. Here we go. Max with the ball. Going to bring it down the floor. Max going to his right against Terrence Mann. Zubac helps a little bit, but Maxey kicks it out to Oubre. Oubre with the sidestep three, and Oubre puts it in. Okay, Kelly Oubre, I see you. I see you, Kelly. Let's go. Picking up right where you left off. James Harden with the ball here for the Clippers. Harden gets it over to Paul George, who stands in the paint but gets out of the paint. Now guarded by Tobias Harris as George dances the mid-range jumper for Paul George on the right side of the rim, and he gets it to fall. Another nice shot right there from Paul George to pick it up here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Now Maxey with the ball. Fakes the handoff to Harris. Kicks out to Oubre in the corner for three. And Oubre knocks down another. Oubre with two straight triples from the right side of the basket. From the corner at that. Give Oubre two consecutive threes. And I do believe 6 points here from Kelly Oubre. Harden just launching a three for dear life. And looks like he's going to get away with a foul call here. And did they call it on Maxey? Because they're pointing it on Maxey for dear life. Like, this is crazy. It's like Maxey can't seem to get a lick of freedom. I just want to see, did they call it on Maxey? No, they called it on Kelly Oubre. All right. I don't want to see Maxey getting in foul trouble. That's one of the last things we need. Harden going again, puts it in. And one here for James Harden, as we'll take one more from the charity stripe. Well, no, the other foul was the previous foul was a foul on the floor, but that was not on Kelly Oubre. This one's on Kelly Oubre, though. They call the other one on Maxey? If that's the case, Maxey's already got 2 fouls. As the free throw at the line is good here for James Harden, making it a 5-point 76ers lead. Trying to trim down the lead here are the Clippers. Maxey with the ball, bringing it down the floor. Guarded by Terrence Mann. Maxey going to his right. Maxey now guarded by Harden. Maxey going to kick it out to Oubre in the corner for 3. Hits off the side of the backboard. Bamba gets the rebound. Gets it out to Harris. Out to Hield. Hield guarded by George. Going to kick it out to Harris at the top of the key. Harris going to drive. Harris going to put it up for 2. Harris has the ball swirling the iron and it misses. It's going to be rebounded here by Kawhi Leonard. And here come the Clippers. Leonard going to spin. Going to get double teamed. Going to kick it out to Terrence Mann. Mann looking for options, now drives with it. Mann spinning, kicking it out to Harden at the top of the key. Harden going to his left around the Zubac's screen. Harden dancing, dribbling. Harden going to drive against Harris. Harden the fadeaway 3 on the kick out, and Harden gets it to go. The fadeaway mid-range here for James Harden falls, and it'll be a 15-12 76ers lead. They need to hold on to the lead, and they need to know how to finish games. Hield's going to launch a deep 3 over Paul George, but can't get it to fall. It'll be picked up here by Kawhi Leonard. Leonard to bring it down the floor. Guarded by Kelly Oubre. Gets it over to Paul George. George going to get double teamed. Going to kick it out to Harden. Harden going to find Leonard. Leonard in the corner going to drive. Leonard, the hook shot over Bamba. Can't get it to go. Zubac can't get it to go, but gets his own offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Harden, who launches a 3. And Harden can't get it to fall as it's rebounded by Bamba. Now into the hands of Tyrese Maxey. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Maxey going to his right. Finds Oubre out to Hield. Hield in the corner for 3. You better believe it. Buddy Hield finally getting one to fall. And that's what the 76ers were looking for here. As looks like we do have a timeout called here by Tyronn Lue here of the Los Angeles Clippers. And the 76ers off to a quick start. But can they continue to play this way? We have a score of 18-12 here in favor of your Philadelphia 76ers. With 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter here in Los Angeles. That's a good first quarter, guys. That's a good first quarter so far. Got to keep doing that, though. Got to keep doing that, though. You cannot be holding back by any means, because we've seen how this team has been able to finish. I mean, have we not? Have we not seen how this team has been able to finish games recently? I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. Have we not seen how this team has been able to finish games recently, or what? I also want to go through the remainder of the Clippers injury report real quick, ladies and gents, while we are on commercial break here. I think there was 2 injuries I did not get to, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm correct. So finishing up the Clippers injury report, listed as day-to-day, believe it or not, is guard Jordan Miller. Was absent during the Clippers matchup on Thursday in the G League, or rather the Clippers minor league team was absent during Thursday's 110 to 101 victory over Greensboro with an Achilles injury. So that is for the sake of the Clippers minor league team, as Jordan Miller was apparently absent due to an Achilles injury in the 110 to 101 victory over Greensboro. And then the final injury here for the Los Angeles Clippers is point guard Russell Westbrook, as he is listed as out with a hand injury, but is expected to return to game action next week, perhaps as soon as Monday in Portland, according to Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN, who was the first one to go ahead and report it. So those are the injuries right there for both the Philadelphia 76ers and the Los Angeles Clippers. We shall see who goes ahead and comes out of this game with the W. It's 100% no cap. Sunday afternoon, NBA action is fantastic with coverage on BLC Sports Channel. You already know. Sorry, I haven't watched you in forever. Hey, Brian Postman, it's all good, my guy. If you have things that are important, my guy, just go ahead and take care of those, and then come back on here. You know what I'm saying? So that sucks. We need Kyle Lowry. Yeah. Unfortunately, Kyle Lowry is not available. My guy, Jerry Lee, he might be available for the next game, though, when the 76ers play for the next game tomorrow night again, as the Sixers play the Sacramento Kings. So be on the lookout for tomorrow night's game and really pay attention to the injury report. As the game is back on, the Clippers with an early missed shot here out of commercial break. Bamba going to launch a 3, and Mo Bamba's knocking it down from the top of the key. That's what I like to see right there out of my players, man. Let's go. Come on. The starters are doing pretty good right now. I like the start. Here we go. James Harden with the ball here for the Clippers. Harden going to get it over to Kawhi Leonard. Leonard, guarded by Maxey Buddy Hield, gets over to Paul George. Going to find Terrence Mann. Mann going to look for an option. Denied by Bamba again. Now kicking out to Hield. Hield going to find Oubre. The reverse is good for Kelly Oubre. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's a great job right there by Kelly Oubre. Terrence Mann going to launch a 3 here for Los Angeles. And he gets it to fall here with the triple from the right corner. And here come the Sixers as they look for a bounce-back shot. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Brings it down the floor. Guarded by James Harden. As you spot Tobias Harris on the left. Maxey finds Harris on the left side. Guarded by Terrence Mann. Harris coming on the inside. Harris dancing. Harris going to put the shot up for 2, and Harris puts it in. Big shot right there for Tobias Harris, and give him 9 here in the first quarter. Give him 9 first-quarter points. As Paul George with the ball here for the Clippers. George with the reverse layup, and it is good for Paul George. Paul George putting up tough shots here for Los Angeles early on. Here we go. Harris with the ball here. Guarded by Paul George. Comes around the screen. Harris guarded by James Harden. Harris going to find Mo Bamba. Back to Harris. Harris at the corner for 3. And Harris is going to be called for the offensive foul. And Tobias Harris is like, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, they're unfortunately going to call a foul here against Tobias Harris, and they're going to call it an offensive foul. In the meantime, though, lineup changes here for both sides. For the Los Angeles Clippers, Amir Coffey and Norman Powell will enter the game to replace James Harden and Paul George. And for the Philadelphia 76ers side, Paul Reed and Cameron Payne will both enter the game to replace Mo Bamba and Kelly Oubre. The Clippers to go ahead and take over here on this possession. 8-point game. The 76ers lead the Los Angeles Clippers 25-17. Look to keep up the momentum here. Leonard with the ball off the inbound. Gets over to Zubac. Zubac's going to drive. And Zubac is going to be fouled here on the play. They're going to call a foul against Cameron Payne. So Ivica Zubac will head to the free throw line here to shoot 2 free throws. Says I don't like the signing of Will Greer. I really didn't either at first. I mean, it's mainly only for quarterback competition, at least I think, in my opinion. But the first free throw at the line here is good for Ivica Zubac. But yeah, the signing of Will Greer, my guy, Star Wars 99, that's really just for quarterback competition to be the quarterback 2 behind Jalen Hurts. Because, I mean, it's honestly right now not guaranteed for Kenny Pickett as Ivica Zubac misses the second one at the line. And Stars 99, I'll get back to your comment here as Cameron Payne with the ball going to lay it up off the window. Can't get it to go, but Reed going to throw it down here on what basically was an alley-oop. And Paul Reed puts in the leftovers. Here we go. Terrence Mann with the ball here for the Clippers. Gets it over to Kawhi Leonard. Leonard double team for the moment. Gets it back over to Terrence Mann, who will launch a 3, and it's good for Terrence Mann. Oh, my. Woo! Terrence Mann throwing down a big shot here, but here we go. Cameron Payne with the ball here for the Sixers. Gets over to Maxey, back to Payne. Payne going to go with the step back 3. Bingo for Cameron Payne. Big time shot right there from the role player here for the Sixers. One of the acquisitions the 76ers made throughout the season. Here we go. Leonard with the ball here for the Clippers. Leonard going to spin. Leonard going to kick it out to Terrence Mann. Over to Coffey. Back over to Mann. Out to Leonard. Leonard going to drive. Leonard double team. Gets over to Zubac. Zubac the reverse layup. It's good over Paul Reed. And that was one that Paul Reed, there was just not much else he could do. Here we go. Cameron Payne with the ball. Coming around a Paul Reed screen. Cameron Payne dancing. Cameron Payne driving. Cameron Payne up off the window. Puts it in. Right past Terrence Mann goes Cameron Payne, and he's off to a nice start here in the first quarter as well. Here we go. Kawhi Leonard with the ball. Leonard again double teamed by Payne and Harris. Leonard puts it out there and stolen away by Paul Reed. Reed with the reverse to Harris, and Harris puts it in. Again, a really nice start here early on here for Tobias Harris. That is exactly what the 76ers were looking for pretty much all this time. Here we go. Leonard with the ball here for the Clippers. Leonard going to his left. Leonard double teamed again. Gets out to Norman Powell. Norman Powell going to drive, going to dance, going to get over to Leonard, who puts up off the window, puts it in. And one coming here from Kawhi Leonard that will send him to the line to shoot one more. And looks like we do have a timeout called here potentially by Nick Nurse. And I was correct. So we do have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. But we also have a 9-point lead in favor of your Philadelphia 76ers, who look to end off the first quarter on a high note. And we shall see how they respond. With a minute 33 remaining here in the first quarter, the 76ers were sticking with the 9-point lead here over the Los Angeles Clippers. Sixers are playing good so far. I mean, they have to do this for 3 more quarters, though. They have to play about the same exact way. There you go, guys. There is your score right now so far with a minute and a half remaining here in the first quarter. But back to this comment, though, from my guy, Star Wars 99. The signing of Will Greer is mainly, again, for quarterback competition. But honestly, I think the Eagles are keeping 3 quarterbacks on the roster. And I think, obviously, the starter is going to be Jalen Hurts. I think the backup is going to be Kenny Pickett. Unless the Eagles do somehow trade him, which I doubt they're going to, just using him for trade bait. And then the quarterback 3, because you can't have a third quarterback on your roster without having to account for a roster spot. I think that's going to go to Tanner McKee. So I don't know what they're going to do about Will Greer, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, the dude is not good. He's not good. The last time he played in a game was back in 2019 for the Panthers, so I doubt he gets an opportunity. So this kid needs an NBA commentary job as soon as possible. AMC, shout for the compliment. I appreciate that. It's absolutely no cap. Like, share, invite, subscribe to Experience BLC Sports channel. You already know. Let's go. If you need shares announcing to all, you already know, MC. Let's go. Fair and balanced discussion. You can express yourself here on BLC Sports channels as he sets the standards in the live stream broadcast. You already know, man. Let's go. This is exactly. Let's go Sixers. Please extend left-handed pitcher Matt Strom and trade Jake Cave to the Rockies. I did see that, my guy. I did see that. So let's go Sixers. Hey, man. About the Matt Strom move, though, I think that's interesting that they decided to go ahead and extend Matt Strom. But, hey, they need help with that bullpen, so I really do think that Matt Strom is going to be one of those guys, you know. As a lefty in the bullpen, you want some lefties in the bullpen, and the Phillies don't have that many. They mainly have both Matt Strom and Jose Alvarado, so those are the top two guys right there, and they wanted to go ahead and bring both of them back. So stay focused, Jordan. No, man, let's go. But again, guys, a great start here early on for the Sixers over the Los Angeles Clippers right now. And the N1 opportunity coming here for the Los Angeles Clippers as the Clippers do enter the bonus, though. And Kawhi Leonard will go ahead and shoot the and one with an opportunity here to make it up to an 8-point game, still favoring Philadelphia. And Kawhi Leonard does make the and one opportunity. So 34-26 is your score with an 8-point game here. But the 76ers still on top by 8 points, 34-26. Cameron Payne with the ball. Gets over to Maxey. Going to find Kelly Oubre. Oubre going to drive, going to lay it up off the window. And Kelly Oubre going to bank it home on this shot here for Philadelphia. Amir Coffey with the ball here for Los Angeles. Gets it over to, I do believe this is Mason Plumlee, who gets it over to Norman Powell, launching a three. And Norman Powell drills the three. Norman Powell been one of those scrappy players off the bench, and he has potential to be Sixth Man of the Year this year for the Clippers, representing LA. But Max threw the ball here. Gets it over to Oubre. Oubre going to dance. Oubre guarded by Plumlee. Oubre going to drive. Oubre going to dump it off to KJ Martin. The reverse for Martin is good for KJ Martin. And send him to the line for one more, as we'll get one more free throw here to make this go back up to a 10-point game. Let's go. Just keep your foot on the gas. Yes, sir, you already know. Bleacher, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. This is a great start. Let's go, Sixers. Absolutely, Bleacher. Appreciate you for coming through and tuning in, my guy. As the free throw here for KJ Martin rims out, and it'll be rebounded here. Or rather, that's not Mason Plumlee. He's starting at center for the Clippers. That is actually Daniel Tice. I actually completely forgot they had Daniel Tice and not Mason Plumlee. As Leonard with the ball gets it over to Norman Powell. Powell trying to lay it up, can't get it to go. As it's going to be kicked back out to Amir Coffey. Over to, looks like Brandon Boston. Brandon Boston working, as I do believe that's number 4 here for Los Angeles, but he gets denied. Or the Clippers do have both Mason Plumlee and Daniel Tice. That's actually crazy. They got a good amount of depth at center, yo. That's crazy, actually. They just apparently don't have Mason Plumlee in the game yet, but they have Daniel Tice playing over him, which is actually wild. But 19.8 seconds left. Shot clock is unplugged, so the 76ers will take their time here with this possession. But Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Maxey dribbling with it at the top of the key. Actually got the logo at that. Maxey the step back three, and Maxey gets it to go. Big time shot for Tyrese Maxey, the team's potential number 1 option going forward for the foreseeable future. Leonard launching a three, cannot get it to fall, and that is how the first quarter will come to a close. So your Philadelphia 76ers at the end of the first quarter will lead the Los Angeles Clippers here on the road at that with a score of 41-29 as the 76ers and the Los Angeles Clippers will move on here to the second quarter. Again, guys, like I said before, that's a great first quarter right there for the Sixers. That's actually a really good first quarter. But again, what do they have to do? They have to keep doing that all game, right? They got to keep doing that all game. There's no taking your foot off the gas pedal from here. You have a 12-point lead right now. You have a 12-point lead right now, man. You can't blow it. Because I wanted to go back to Bleacher's comment. But, hey, Bleacher, man, appreciate you for coming through, my guy. Hit the like button if you're not done so, Bleacher. Appreciate you for coming through the stream. This is Aaron Nola in his final spring start. Looked fantastic, giving up just 2 hits in 5.2 innings with 4 strikeouts. Phillies fans in Clearwater gave him a standing ovation. He got that. He's got that dad energy. Hey, man, it is what it is, you know. And apparently, for the first time in actually a couple years straight, Aaron Nola is actually not going to get the start on opening day this week. It's actually going to be Zach Wheeler. So, hopefully, best of luck to Zach. Hopefully, he pitches a really nice game on opening day. My guy, Izzo Control's down since I almost missed the game. LOL. Hey, it is what it is, my guy. My guy, JB, that's my guy, Jeffrey Burtis over there. What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. So what's up and salutations. Hey, salutations, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through, tuning in, Jeff. Hit the like button if you're not done so, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through to the stream. How many likes do we have on this thing here to start the stream? We already got 7 likes, and it's only the end of the first quarter. Hey, shout out to everyone that's coming in here, ladies and gents. Already 7 people on that like button. You guys know how this works, ladies and gents. Y'all know how this works here. You guys know how this works, guys. Hey, shout out to everybody for coming through, man. I appreciate it. I don't know why this did not update. Like, what is going on? There we go. I don't know why that didn't. Finally decided to update. It's about time. StreamYard is really picky with their stuff. As my guy Jeff says, anytime, and I already did hit the like button. Hey, Jeff, man, shout out to you, my guy, for the continued support to the channel. As the second quarter is about to go ahead and get started here, ladies and gents, between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Los Angeles Clippers. As the second quarter actually officially gets underway. James Harden with the ball. You're going to get it over to Daniel Tice. Going to find Norman Powell. Powell going to drive, going to lay it up off the window. And actually, Norman Powell actually had that bouncing off the rim. But regardless, he puts it in for the bucket and makes it back to a 10-point game. Here we go. Here's Cameron Payne with the ball. Payne going to drive, going to lose it, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go with Los Angeles. Can't do this now, Sixers. Can't be doing this now. Don't be doing this. Better not be doing this, man. Don't start with this right now, please. I beg. Just do not start with this right now. I beg right now, man. Please, just do not start this. In the meantime, though, here for the Clippers, Paul George enters the game to replace Brandon Boston Jr. Speaking of Paul George, he has the ball. Gets it over to James Harden, guarded by Tyrese Maxey. Harden going to drive here for the Clippers. Harden kicking it out to Paul George. George going to lose the ball, but it's going to be a personal foul called here on the floor against KJ Martin. As KJ Martin looks up very cluelessly at the Jumbotron, wanting to look at the replay. But he's not going to get away with a challenge here coming from Nick Nurse. As Harden will inbound. Inbounds it here to Amir Coffey. Coffey going to spin, going to put it up for 2. Gets denied. And great defense right there from the 76ers on this possession. As the Clippers will keep possession of the basketball, however, but great defense right there by the Sixers. KJ Martin putting his body on the line, but he doesn't care. But just like that, though, on the inbound here for Los Angeles, Norman Powell puts it in on a 1-foot dunk and made that just look like child's play. As Cameron Payne with the ball here for the Sixers, kicks it out to Oubre. Oubre up the baseline. Oubre pump fakes, spins, finds Reed. Reed the layup for 2, and Paul Reed gets it to go. Big time right there from B-Ball Paul. That's big time when you want to earn some minutes as the backup center to Joel Embiid when he officially returns to the floor. As Paul George with the ball, going to try to dart it down to Norman Powell, and that's intercepted by KJ Martin. In the hands of Maxey, back to Martin, who throws it down with that two-handed thunderous throwdown. That's big time right there for Philly. That was one that they were looking to get, and they got it right there. James Harden with the ball here for the Clippers. Gets it over to Daniel Tice, who lays it up. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Reed into the hands of Payne. Payne going to bring it down the floor. Going to find Oubre at the right wing. Going to kick it out to Payne. Payne at the wing for 3. And Payne gets the lucky bounce and the lucky roll. And Payne gets it to drop to bring the lead up to 15. Big time shot right there from Cameron Payne. That one was needed. As Harden with the ball here for the Clippers. Gets it over to Daniel Theis, who puts it up for 2. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Paul Reed on the defensive end. Gets it over to Cameron Payne. Payne going to drive. Payne going to lay it up. And Cameron Payne will be fouled on the play by number 7, Amir Coffey. And Cameron Payne will head to the charity stripe here to shoot 2 free throws. Chance to bring the lead up to 17 here for the 76ers. Massive opportunity right here. Cameron Payne go ahead and attempt the free throws here. First one at the line for Cameron Payne is good. In the meantime, though, for the Philadelphia 76ers, Jeff Dowtin Jr. will enter the game for the first time today to replace Tyrese Maxey, and Tobias Harris will enter the game here to replace Kelly Oubre. Said I'd love to be an outfielder in baseball. They get paid so much just to stand there getting sunburned. Yeah, they do, absolutely. At the same time, though, they do their job at the end of the day when it's all said and done. Second one at the line here for Cameron Payne is good as well to bring the lead up to 17 here for the 76ers. Here we go. The Clippers looking to get back on track here. Here's James Harden as he brings it down the floor. Harden going to get over to Paul George. And George on the play is going to be fouled here on the play by KJ Martin, but just going to be a foul on the floor. That's going to be KJ Martin's second already. And it'll be an inbound pass here for LA. James Harden to do the inbound. The former Sixer. Guard on the inbound by Tobias Harris. Gets it into Daniel Theis. Theis with the ball. Gets it over to Norman Powell. Norman Powell dancing. Norman Powell still dancing. Going all the way back. Guarded by Cameron Payne. Norman Powell going to his left. Around a screen from Daniel Theis. Can't get it to go. But it's going to be rebounded here by KJ Martin into the hands of Tobias Harris. Harris with the ball, going to bring it down the floor. Harris going to find KJ Martin. Going to get it back to Harris. Harris guarded by Amir Coffey. Harris dancing, pump faking many times. Harris with the shot from the free throw line. Can't get it to go. And it cannot be picked up by KJ Martin, but it's picked up as there's a scramble for the ball between Jeff Dowtin and Paul George. And this will be a jump ball here between the young buck versus the veteran. As we have Coach Paul George here coaching up Daniel Theis. It's kind of like how Patrick Beverley was when he was in Philly. He was being Coach Beverley at the time. But instead we have Coach George talking to Daniel Theis here. Here we go. Jeff Dowtin Jr. versus Paul George here in the jump ball here on the opposite sides of the free throw line. Jump ball is won here by Paul George, and Amir Coffey will keep it in play as he gains possession. Now we'll go into the hands of James Harden. We'll bring it down the floor. We'll lob it up to George. George going to dart it down to Coffey. Out to Norman Powell at the left corner for 3. And Norman Powell gets it to fall. And that was a basket right there that the Clippers were looking for to trim down this 76ers lead. Here we go. Cameron Payne with the ball, spacing the floor. Cameron Payne guarded by Theis. Cameron Payne dancing, looking for an option, dribbling many times. Cameron Payne with the fake sidestep, kicks it out to Reed in the right corner. Reed going to find Jeff Dowtin Jr. Dowtin going to dance. Dowtin going to pump fake and put it up for 3 with an awkward-looking shot. And it'll be rebounded here by Daniel Theis, but now to the hands of James Harden. Harden with the ball going to drive. Harden going to lay it up off the window, and Harden puts it in for the bucket. Here we go. 76ers looking to respond here as Cameron Payne with the ball at the baseline. Kicks it out to Dowtin. Dowtin guarded by Amir Coffey. Kicks it out to Harris. Harris guarded by Norman Powell. Harris going to kick it out to Payne. Payne going to launch a 3. Payne cannot come away with it. And it'll be rebounded here by Daniel Theis, who puts it in the hands of Paul George. Going to flip it over to Harden. Harden going to launch a 3 from the right wing. Off the back of the rim. Misses it. Rebounded by Harris. Harris going to dump it off to Martin, who puts it up off the window for 2, and Martin puts it in. Big-time bucket right there when they needed it from a role player like KJ Martin. That was huge right there, especially working on 2 fouls. Daniel Theis with the ball, going to get over to Paul George. George at the top of the key for 3, cannot find it. Rebounded by Jeff Dowtin Jr. into the hands of Harris. Harris going to lay it up off the glass for 2, and Harris puts it in with the timeout being called here by Tyronn Lue. And the 76ers will bring their lead back up to 16 as after a couple bad possessions from the 76ers defensively, they're able to bounce back with a couple of good offensive possessions and increase their lead back to 16 with back-to-back two-point shots put up by both KJ Martin and Tobias Harris. 54-38 is your score with 7:14 remaining here in the first half. Back to the chat once again here, ladies and gentlemen. It says winners never quit and quitters never win. Hey, man, you already know. My guy, Ryan Rowe, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. This is KJ Martin is inbounding the ball to earn some minutes, and Oubre shoots the ball from the right wing to keep going on every possession. Hey, man, you already know. Kelly Oubre and KJ Martin just doing what they need to do to make things work out and earn some more playing time. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, Ryan Rowe, my guy, I appreciate you for coming through and tuning in. Hit the like button if you're not done so. My guy, Ryan Rowe, appreciate you for coming through the stream. Said the new kid is out there. Who are you talking about? Ease Up Controls down. None of these guys are really that new. Ease Up Controls down, so I have no idea who you're talking about, unless if you're talking about Jeff Dowtin. But he was here pretty recently. He just came up from the minors, honestly. Got to make them buckets or at least rebound. Exactly. Rebounding is actually key for the 76ers to go ahead and win this game. And another key thing that they need to do is finish games because they have not been able to do that over the last couple games, especially on this West Coast trip. Says, yeah, buddy, let's go Sixers. Hey, man, AMC, let's go. This is boss Hassan Reddick trade heating up. Eagles see multiple draft picks. One too many moves. Hey, man, we'll see what happens. The G League guy. Are you talking about Ease Up Controls down? Are you talking about Jeff Dowtin Jr. or are you talking about Ricky Council? Because I know you're talking about one of those guys if you're talking about from the 76ers side. As the game is back on here between the 76ers and the Clippers. Leonard with the ball, going to kick it out to George. George in the right corner, going to kick it out to Leonard. Leonard pump faking against Harris. Leonard going to drive, going to put it up for 2, puts it in, but we do have a foul called against Philadelphia. Looks to be on Tobias Harris as they're pointing the camera right on him, and that is exactly who the foul is on. Also for lineup changes here, Kawhi Leonard and Ivica Zubac both enter the game to replace Daniel Theis and Amir Coffey. And Tyrese Maxey and Mo Bamba both enter the game to replace Cameron Payne and Paul Reed. Paul George here making a 25-foot three-point jumper here for the Los Angeles Clippers. 76ers looking to respond. Can they do it? Jeff Dowtin Jr. with the ball here for the 76ers. Dowtin going to dance. Guarded by Norman Powell. Now guarded by Paul George. Dowtin going to kick it out to Martin. Martin going to launch a 3. Can't get it to go as the shot clock was about to expire. It's going to be rebounded here by Los Angeles. Harden going to dump it off to Zubac, and Zubac puts it in. And Zubac just too much for the 76ers defense to handle right now. Here we go. KJ Martin with the ball. Going to kick it out to Harris at the right wing for 3. Off the back of the rim. Can't get it to go. Off the back of the iron. And Mo Bamba cannot rebound for anything again. It'll be rebounding, and it'll be Clippers basketball. Here we go. James Harden with the ball here for the Clippers. James Harden looking for options. Now coming on the inside, dumping it off to Zubac, who puts the shot up for two, can't get it to go. It'll be rebounded by James Harden, who will flip it out to Kawhi Leonard, launching a three, and it's cash money for Kawhi. Cash money here for the Claw. Here we go. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Maxey looking for options. Flips over to KJ Martin. Going to find Harris. Harris going to try to drive against Paul George, but stays on the outside. Harris still looking. Harris going to drive. Harris still driving. Harris spinning against George. Harris going to spin and a fade away on the shot for two, and Harris puts it in. Big time shot right there from Tobias Harris to bring the lead back up to 10 here for Philadelphia. Here we go. James Harden going to bring the ball down the floor. Harden going to flip it over to Kawhi Leonard. Leonard looking for options, guarded by Tobias Harris. Leonard going to put the shot up for two, can't get it to go. Rebounded here by Jeff Doughton Jr. Now puts it in the hands of Tyrese Maxey. Maxey with the ball here, gets over to Bamba. Bamba going to launch a three, can't get it to go. The ball will be rebounded by KJ Martin, who keeps it in play. Kicks out to Jeff Doughton at the left wing for three, who's wide open and hits it. Jeff Doughton Jr. making it look too easy. Everybody leaves him all alone. All alone. They all leave him in his own little free land. Harden with the ball, kicking out to Kawhi Leonard, launching a three. Kawhi Leonard with the shot, puts it up too strong. Rebounding here by Jeff Doughton Jr., who spins. Coming around a Maxey screen. Down in the dance, going to kick it out to Harris. Harris looking for options here. Guarded by Leonard. Now comes around a screen. Harris going to lay it up past Zubac and puts it in with the tough basket here for the 76ers. As Leonard with the ball here for Los Angeles. Kawhi, the Claw Leonard, looking for options. Leonard going to try to kick it out to Norman Powell, and Tobias Harris sends the ball packing out of bounds into one of the rows of the stands here. How much time is... Not sure how much time is left, but I'm pretty sure it's going to... I'm pretty sure it's going to stay with LA. And it will stay with Los Angeles as Kawhi Leonard with the inbound. Inbounds it to Zubac, gets it over to James Harden. Harden looking for options here. Harden going with the step back three from the top of the key, and he airballs it. And the 76ers will take possession of the basketball, and they want to get the inbound pass in here real quick. Now Maxey taking it down the floor. Off the pass from Harris. Maxey looking around a screen. Gets double teamed for the moment. Gets it over to Oubre. Back to Maxey. Maxey dancing with the cut. Gets it out to Oubre in the right corner. Oubre trapped for dear life in the right corner by James Harden. Gets over to Harris. Harris puts it up for two. You bet! Tobias Harris turned some garbage into gold here in the first half with 3 minutes remaining here. Let's go. And Zubac with the ball here. Going to kick it out to James Harden. Harden with the ball. Guarded by Maxey. Flips over to Zubac. Zubac driving. Fading away on the shot for two. Puts it in. Ivica Zubac putting it in from 4 feet out on the hook shot. Pulling off the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Bring it down the floor. Come around a Mo Bamba screen now. Flips it to Bamba. Bamba flips out to Oubre. Oubre at the left wing. Guarded by Paul George. Oubre going to launch a deep three. Can't hit it. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard, who will dart it down to Paul George. George keeping possession. Bamba trying to get a piece of it. Doesn't do so, but Paul George missed the initial layup, but gets his own offensive rebound. Now flips it out to Harden. Harden going to drive. Harden going to flip it to Zubac again with another hook shot. Back-to-back hook shots here for Ivica Zubac. And a timeout called here by Nick Nurse to talk things over with his team. So with 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here in the first half, the 76ers still maintaining a 13-point lead here over the Los Angeles Clippers by a score of 63-50. And the 76ers look to hold on to their lead here towards the end of the first half. It's been all Sixers here in the first half, but again, they got to keep doing this for 2 more quarters. They cannot blow opportunities when they are given to them. They can't be doing that. Go ahead and just update you guys with the scoreboard here. But Tobias Harris is playing really, really nicely right now. 19 points for Tobias Harris in the first half, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. I mean, I'm liking the Tobias Harris I'm seeing. It's just that where's this Tobias Harris every single game? Come on, Nick Nurse, don't you coach Tobias Harris to play like this every game? It's the G League guy. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, my guy. I know who you're talking about, Jeff Dowtin, but he's been on the roster for actually quite some time. So it's actually not new, but he's the newest, added 76er of the roster coming from the Blue Coats. Said bad foul call. I met David Akers. I meet David Akers on Friday. Hey, man. Hopefully that's a good experience, unless if it was this past Friday. 76ers stay focused. You already know. It says like, share, invite, subscribe to BLSG Sports Channel. You already know, man. Let's get it. Sixers got to learn how to rebound. You already know they need to learn how to rebound, MC. I mean, that's been something that's needed to go on since day one. I mean, your leading rebounder right now is Mo Bamba with 7 rebounds right now. Everybody else has no more than 3 rebounds, and that's with Paul Reed and Jeff Dowtin Jr. with 3 rebounds apiece. Then you have Tobias Harris, Buddy Hield, and KJ Martin each with 2 rebounds. And then Kelly Oubre and Cameron Payne with a rebound each. And then Tyrese Maxey has yet to get a rebound, which is actually surprising to me. This is MC absolutely in agreement with you. My Star Wars. That's our new guy. Yeah, I know you're talking about my guy. I know you're talking about Jeff Dowtin Jr. This is Star Wars where you mean David Akers. If you don't play, you're new. Exactly. I mean, yeah, Star Wars. I get your point. I get your point, though. I mean, when guys like Kyle Lowry are out, he's going to serve some more playing time. Says I met him this past Friday. Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. Shout out to you for meeting David Akers for the first time. He'll go launch a 3 as the game is back on. Can't get to fall. Rebounded by James Harden in the hands of Kawhi Leonard, who throws it down with a thunderous throwdown at that, making it back to an 11-point game, still in favor of Philadelphia. Maxey with the ball has that ball poked away by Terrence Mann, but it's going to stay with Philly, as apparently Terrence Mann will be called for the foul on the floor. Kelly Oubre with the ball. Inbounds it to Tyrese Maxey. Back over to Kelly Oubre. Oubre with the ball. Going to get over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey guarded by Kawhi Leonard. Maxey going to flip to Hield. Hield going to dance. Going to flip it over to Oubre. Oubre going to lay it up off the window. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Zubac. Now into the hands of James Harden. Harden with the ball here for the Clippers. Gets it over to Kawhi Leonard. Leonard does get fouled in shooting motion here. And Kawhi Leonard will step to the cherry strike to shoot 2 free throws, as the foul will be called on Tyrese Maxey. How many fouls is that for him? That's apparently Maxey's first. Nobody's really in foul trouble, but the closest to being in foul trouble is both Kelly Oubre and KJ Martin, each with 2 fouls right now. First free throw at the line is good for Kawhi Leonard. MC says, oh, nice to Star Wars 99 for meeting David Akers this past Friday. Second one on the line for Kawhi Leonard is good to make it back to an 8-point game. Or a 9-point game, I should say. Here we go. Tobias Harris with the ball here for the 76ers. Harris looking for options here. Harris still looking, still dancing. Harris going to drive, going to fade away on the shot for 2. Can't get it to go. There should have been a foul call, but the officials don't call it. Harden with the ball, going to drive, going to lay it up. Denied by Maxey at the rim, but Terrence Mann able to get his own rebound as Terrence Mann working under the basket. Flips it out to Leonard. Leonard working on the outside. Now looks on the inside. Leonard going to launch a 2 from the mid-range and gets it to fall. Kawhi Leonard with a big-time shot right there for Los Angeles. As we have a 7-point game here, ladies and gents, we do have a 7-point game. Maxey with the ball here. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Maxey looking for options. Maxey going to his right. Maxey cutting the step back fadeaway shot. Can't get to fall. And that is how the first half will conclude here in Los Angeles. So at the end of the first half here, ladies and gentlemen, the Philadelphia 76ers are able to maintain their lead on the road here in this tough matchup against the Los Angeles Clippers with a score of 63-56. And ladies and gents, on that note, we have approached halftime. But a big first half right there from Tobias Harris, who leads the way for the team. Tobias Harris stepping up when it matters most. That was one of the players that you were looking to have step up in a big-time situation like what he's doing right now. But the Clippers end off the quarter with a 6-0 run, so hopefully that's not the start of the 76ers blowing their lead. At least we hope it's not going to be the start of that. Since Kawhi's always been good at mid-ranges. Hey, man, he still has that jumper in him. He still got it. He still got it, you know. But on that note, ladies and gents, we're going to go ahead and go over the first half stats here. We'll go ahead and take the halftime break here like we always do. Or I might not take the halftime break because I want to go ahead and announce something at halftime. I wanted to go ahead and get off my chest at the very beginning of the game. But we might not have time for it with me not getting it off my chest at the beginning of the game and having to do it at halftime. So starting it off here on the Philadelphia 76ers side here at the end of the first half, Tobias Harris leads the way here for the Philadelphia 76ers at the end of the first half with 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And following it up here for the Philadelphia 76ers is Kelly Oubre, who ends off the first half with 10 points, a rebound, and 6 assists. Then following it up here for the Philadelphia 76ers is Cameron Payne, who ends off the first half with 10 points, a rebound, and a block. Also following it up for the 76ers is KJ Martin off the bench, who ends off the first half with 6 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist, as well as a steal. Then back to the starting five with Tyrese Maxey not taking too many shot attempts here, as he ends off the first half with 5 points and 4 assists, as well as a block. And following up back off the bench is Paul Reed, who ends off the first half with 4 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist, as well as a steal. And back to the starting five where Mo Bamba ends off the first half with 3 points, 7 rebounds, and an assist, as well as 2 blocks. Also following it up is Buddy Hield, who ends off the first half with 3 points, 2 steals, and 2 assists. And rounding it off here for the Philadelphia 76ers at the end of the first half is Jeff Doughton Jr., who ends off the first half with 3 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist to end off the first half stats here for your Philadelphia 76ers. Now over to the Los Angeles Clippers side now, as Kawhi Leonard leads the way here for the Los Angeles Clippers and ends off the first half with 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And following it up here for the Los Angeles Clippers is Ivica Zubac, who ends off the first half with 11 points, 6 rebounds, and an assist, as well as 2 blocks. Then following it up here for the Los Angeles Clippers is James Harden, who ends off the first half nearing a double-double here with 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 8 assists at the end of the first half. Then following it up off the bench here is Norman Powell, who has all of the Clippers' bench points right now, finishing the first half with 10 points, a rebound, and an assist each. Then following it up for the Los Angeles Clippers in the starting five is Paul George, who ends off the first half with 7 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. And then rounding it off here for the Los Angeles Clippers here is Terrence Mann, who ends off the first half with 6 points and a rebound to end off the first half stats here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Now over to the team stats now, as the Philadelphia 76ers are currently shooting the ball 56.5% from the field to the Los Angeles Clippers 48.9%. The Philadelphia 76ers are currently shooting the ball 50% from three-point range to the Los Angeles Clippers 37.5%. The Los Angeles Clippers are currently shooting the ball 85.7% from the free throw line at 6 of 7 to the Philadelphia 76ers 66.7%, shooting 2 of 3 from the free throw line. The 76ers overall are out out rebounding the Los Angeles Clippers at the end of the first half, 22-18. And then same thing in terms of offensive. Actually, in terms of offensive rebounds, both teams are actually tied in offensive rebounds net right now with 7 offensive rebounds apiece. Then in terms of assists, goes in favor of the Philadelphia 76ers at the end of the first half, 18-16. Same thing with steals going in favor of the 76ers, 2-0. Blocks also goes in favor of the 76ers, 5-2. The turnover battle is currently tied between both teams with 3 turnovers apiece. And then points in the paint is also tied, believe it or not, with 26 points in the paint for both teams. And then 13 combined personal fouls called, with 10 called on the Philadelphia 76ers and 3 fouls called on the Los Angeles Clippers. And ladies and gents, on that note, that is how the first half stats come to an end here in this one. As we get back into the chat here, it says, are the Clippers the 8th seed in the West? They're first in their division. I know that for sure. Let's see where they're at as of right now. Let's go ahead and check the standings. No, the Clippers are the 4th seed in the West, not the 8th seed. Is ease up controllers down. They're the 4th seed, not the 8th seed. Says we need every win to get out of the play-in. Exactly, because if you guys are looking at the standings right now, the 76ers are currently in 8th place, currently tied, by the way, with the Miami Heat at 38-32. Doesn't Miami have a game today or what? The Miami Heat also have a game today against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So for the 76ers fans, we are looking to be Cavaliers fans today and hope that the Cavaliers can beat the Miami Heat this evening at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So we'll look to see if the 76ers can get this win and if the Cavaliers can beat and to see if the Cavaliers can also go ahead and beat the Los Angeles Clippers. Or not the Cavaliers beating the Clippers, the Cavaliers beating the Miami Heat. That's what I meant to say. But guys, on that note, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if we are going to get to the halftime break like my guy Charles Adderley says here in the chat. Says they need this win today. In the second half, Philadelphia 76ers need to crank it up. Yeah, man, absolutely. They need to go ahead and do so. But guys, before we go ahead and take the halftime break, I'm not sure if we're going to get to it, depending on how long I take here to go ahead and finish this up. Like I said, I wanted to go ahead and get this off my chest at the start of the game, but did not have a chance to go ahead and do so. I wanted to go ahead and take these banners down because I have something that I want to go ahead and present here before the second half goes ahead and begins here. But guys, really quickly, I want to go ahead and give a shout out. If you guys do not know who this guy is on your screen, on the right side of your screen specifically, that is Los Angeles Clippers radio play-by-play broadcaster Carlo Jimenez, in which I just want to give a quick shout out to him because at the end of the day, that man right there, I've watched this guy on the Clippers Audio Network on iHeartRadio, and let me tell you something. I'll tell you guys right now, this is his first year as the Clippers radio play-by-play announcer, and I'll tell you guys one thing. He has one heck of a talent in doing what he loves. So in front of me, I have some notes in front of me about my guy Carlo Jimenez here, so let me go ahead and just let you guys get to know him a little bit with some information I have in front of me. So obviously, like I said, Carlo Jimenez is the Los Angeles Clippers radio play-by-play announcer. He is only 22 years old, ladies and gents. That's right. You heard it right. 22 years old. He went to USC for college. He earned his degree in journalism, kind of like in terms of like his major. And this is also his first year with the Clippers as the radio broadcaster. After taking over for, I forget who it was for when the Clippers, for who the Clippers used to have as their radio broadcaster. I forget who it was. So I'm not sure who it was for the Clippers as their former radio broadcaster before Carlo decided to go ahead and take over. This was not the first thing that he started commentating in terms of radio. He started commentating women's basketball and baseball at USC where he did go to college. And when it comes to the offseason for Carlo Jimenez, he stays sharp by calling old NBA games and starts to go ahead and puts them to his resume. So those are just some notes I have right there on my guy Carlo Jimenez. If you guys want to go ahead and support my guy Carlo, ladies and gents, I have all of his social media information down below in the description. I have the Clippers Audio Network down below in the description of the live stream on iHeartRadio. You guys can also go ahead and follow him on both Instagram and TikTok, where he puts all of his pieces of content out, kind of like behind the scenes as to what goes on into preparing for these games. So I just wanted to kind of go ahead and get that off my chest real quick. Again, I wanted to do that at the first half, but never had a chance to go ahead and do so. But at the end of the day, ladies and gents, just wanted to go ahead and give a quick shout out to my guy Carlo Jimenez, man, because that guy, he's unreal. And guys, let me just tell you this. This is how good Carlo Jimenez is, okay? This is how good he is, okay? So this is just from my perspective. I know you can debate about with me all you want, okay? You can debate about with me all you want, okay? But I'm going to say this right now. In terms of radio broadcasters, okay, outside of Merrill Reese, taking Merrill Reese out of the conversation for the Philadelphia Eagles, taking him out of the conversation, Carlo Jimenez, right now I'm saying this is a hot take, Carlo Jimenez is the best radio broadcaster in all of sports. Taking away Merrill Reese. Okay, take Merrill Reese out of the conversation because Merrill Reese has been doing it for God knows how long. He might have been doing it for 50 years, 40 years, whatever it might be. This guy is a rookie when it comes to NBA broadcasting, and right now he is crushing it right now in the radio world. But taking Merrill Reese out of the conversation, Carlo Jimenez is the best radio broadcaster in sports. You guys go to iHeartRadio on the Clippers Audio Network or just search Clippers Audio Network onto Google. Go ahead and do either one of those scenarios, and you guys will see what I mean by making that statement. You guys will completely understand what I mean. The Eagles need to retire number 62 and 91. Absolutely. Nobody can take those numbers away. Absolutely, man. You already know. And this game the second half might just get started here in just a couple moments. So again, guys, I'm not sure. If you guys want to just go ahead and take a stretch break, I mean, you might as well because this game is probably going to get started here in just a little bit. But ladies and gents, instead of it kind of being the halftime break, it might just honestly be the stretch break, honestly, and just with whatever you guys need to do in order to get ready for the second half of this game between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Los Angeles Clippers. Ladies and gents, on that note, we're going to take a stretch break, do what we need to do, and I'll see you guys back here for the second half in just a couple minutes. I told you guys that was going to be quick, ladies and gents, but they just had to go ahead and take a mini halftime break. You know what I'm saying? Get this guy out of here. As the second half is officially underway, ladies and gentlemen, the LA Clippers will start with possession of the basketball here. As Terrence Mann with the ball, going to get it over to James Harden, who will look to find his man. Looks like that was Ivica Zubac for the bucket. As he gets it to go, as the foul's going to be called here against Mo Bamba. First one at the line is good here for Ivica Zubac. Second one at the line for Ivica Zubac is good as well. Making this a 5-point game here between the 76ers and the Clippers. The Clippers ended the first half on a 10-0 run, so the 76ers need to get something going here real quick. Maxey going to find Oubre at the right corner for three. Swirls the iron, misses. Rebounded by Paul George, who gets it out there to Kawhi Leonard. Leonard going to spin. Going to dance. Leonard backing into Maxey. Leonard spinning, pump faking, puts the shot up for two, and Kawhi Leonard puts it in to make it a 3-point game here against Philadelphia. And this better not be the start of the 76ers blowing the leads, because they have been known for doing that in the past couple of games. Maxey putting the shot up for two, can't get to go as Zubac comes away with the rebound, and Leonard passes it up to George, and George puts it in for the basket, right underneath the basket at that. Off the assist, actually, from James Harden, I should say. I beg your pardon on that. As Bamba loses the ball here, gets it over, but Kelly Oubre, actually, believe it or not, picks it up, gets over to Tobias Harris. Harris dancing around. Harris going to drive. Harris going to pump fake, spin. Harris looking, finds Bamba. Bamba puts it up for two, and Bamba puts it in. That was a much-needed shot right there for the Philadelphia 76ers, and Mo Bamba gave the Sixers just that. Much needed right there from Mo Bamba. James Harden with the ball here for the Clippers. Gets it over to Zubac. Zubac's battling against Philly, and the block is made by Tobias Harris right into the basket. And picked up here by Philly. Harris with the ball, going to kick it out to Oubre. Gets it over to Bamba. Bamba gets it over to Buddy Hield. Going to get it over to Kelly Oubre. Oubre going to drive, and Oubre going to get slammed to the floor. Going to lose the ball, and no foul call. Are you serious? No foul called on that? Oh, come on. Kelly Oubre having to get up on his own, limping a little bit. Basically, Kelly Oubre got slammed to the floor by Zubac, landed on his back, and no foul called for that. Wow. Wow, dude, are you kidding me? No foul called for that nonsense? Made Oubre, looks like he's having to go to the locker room. I doubt he's going on the exercise bike. Yeah, he's going to the locker room immediately. Limping right now, and he is not feeling good. But yeah, Kelly Oubre again guarded by Harden. First of all, Harden's got his hand all over Kelly Oubre. So there could have been a foul called right there. As the inbound passes in, where Harden gets over to George, back to Harden, over to George, who runs pick and roll, launching a three, and Paul George hits it. Paul George answering with another shot to tie the game up just like so. Jeff Dowtin Jr. going to find Hield at the left wing for three, and Buddy Hield gets it to drop. The 76ers and the Clippers just trading three-point shots here from the same amount of distance away from the hole. But the 76ers taking the lead right back 68-65. And we have an offensive foul called here against Kawhi Leonard. And this will be a turnover here for Los Angeles. Clock continues to wind down as we see Ty Lue on the sideline here. Maxey with the ball. Going to get it over to Tobias Harris. Harris with it. Harris looking for options. Harris looking on the inside. Spinning. Harris looking to get in the paint. Kicks it out to Jeff Dowtin Jr. Jeff Doughton dancing, going to kick it out to Harris. Harris dancing. Harris going to lose the ball, has that blocked by Harden in the corner, and it's picked up by Los Angeles. Harden picks it up and gets it out to George. George backing into Jeff Doughton Jr. George going to kick it out to James Harden. Harden going to launch a three, shortens the shot. It looks like Maxey was the last one to touch it, but they're going to keep it with Philly. At least I think they're going to keep it with Philly. Maxey and Buddy Hield want to have a library conference with these officials right now. They want to have. They make it act like they want to have a meeting with the governor of Pennsylvania. And yes, it's clear and obvious that Maxey touches the basketball. It is clear and obvious, and the Clippers will take over as the inbound pass is in here for Los Angeles. Paul George taking the shot, putting it up for two, can't get it to fall, but Terrence Mann will be called for the loose ball foul. And the 76ers will take over. So the 76ers, just like that, get the ball right back, just like so. Max with the ball here for the Sixers. Gets over to Tobias Harris. Gets over to Buddy Hield. Hield going to find his man, Jeff Doughton Jr. Doughton going to get over to Tobias Harris. Harris battling against Paul George. Harris looking for options here. Harris still dancing, getting double teamed. Launches out, and it's intercepted by James Harden. Harden with the pass to Leonard, putting up the three-pointer. Can't get it to go, and it will be Sixers basketball. Much needed right there when they need to play some defense. Maxey with the ball, going to drive, going to lay it up off the window. Maxey puts it in. Here we go. James Harden with the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. He will drive and take it all the way to the cup. And James Harden, just like so, makes it back to a 3-point game. The 7.5 minutes remaining here as Hield launches a three to try to respond and shortens the shot. And will be rebounded here by Kawhi Leonard. And here come the Clippers now as Leonard spins, dances, kicks it out to Norman Powell, kicking out to George at the corner for three, and Paul George hits it. And just like that, this game is back to being tied up at 70 points apiece. And a timeout called here by Nick Nurse to talk things over with his team. Looks like we had a miscommunication on who was supposed to be guarding Paul George. You got Tyrese Maxey talking to Tyrese Maxey talking to Buddy Hield, and you have Tobias Harris talking to looks like DeAnthony Melton. But Nick Nurse wants a timeout anyway to talk things over with his team. Let's go ahead and change the score. Says you to be the best commentator to them, just saying. Hey, MC, I appreciate that positivity, though. Ralph Anthony, that's who. Ralph Anthony, that's who the old Clippers announcer was. On radio? Hold up. On radio or just like the old announcer? Yep, Ralph Anthony Lawler. Or Ralph Anthony Lawler, I should say. Ralph Anthony Lawler. But Charles, man, you're right. Shout out to you for figuring that out. This is like, share, invite, subscribe for each person to experience BLC Sports Channel. You already know, man. Let's go. Stay tuned. Second half action up next here on BLC Sports Channel, the leader in sports talk. Shout out to my guy Charles Arley for showing the positivity in the chat. That's like Charles. This is a professional, respectful manner sports channel, not the place for foolishness. Yes, sir. All of my moderators backing me up in the chat. This ain't no Mickey Mouse scrap metal network. That's right. Here we go. Max threw the ball here for the Sixers as the game continues. Maxey dumps it out to Buddy Hield. Launches a three, and Buddy Hield knocks it down. Let's go. That was much needed right there from Buddy Hield, and that's exactly what the 76ers needed to look for. They needed to look for a lead right back, and they got it. Harden with the ball here for the Clippers. Kicks it out to George. Launches a three from the right wing and answers just like so. From 24 feet out, Paul George gets it to fall from the right wing. Sixers looking to bounce back here. Maxey with the ball here at the top of the key. Now at the left wing. Maxey still looking, still dancing. Maxey coming on the inside. Maxey with the fadeaway shot for two. Shortens the shot. Rebounded by Oubre. Puts it up, puts it in. Big time shot right there from Kelly Oubre. Let's go. That was big time. Offensive rebound off the iron, man. That's what I want to see right there. As Zubac kicks it out to Terrence Mann. Mann looking for options here. Mann going to kick it out to Paul George. George looking behind the back pass to Terrence Mann. Mann trying to battle and it's denied by Bamba. Zubac with the rebound for the moment, but it's rebounded by Bamba after the missed shot. Down to the hands of Maxey. Puts the shot up for two. Can't get it to go, but Maxey going to the line to shoot two free throws. Foul called on Paul George on PG-13. Says, come on, Sixers, stay focused. The refs can't see, I guess. This is where the Sixers need to shine. Absolutely. They need to not blow the lead here in the second half. Jake DeMake only wants to be an Eagle. Absolutely. Says, come on, Sixers. Fight both Charles Arley and MC. Jake wants to be an Eagle his entire career. That's right. First one at the line is good here for Tyrese Maxey. 76ers look to increase the lead yet again. Paul Reed, by the way, also enters the game here to replace Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba to go ahead and take a seat on the bench. 76ers need to know how to put teams away, especially with a huge lead by 17 points. Exactly. Second one on the line for Maxey is good as well. Let's go. It's both free throws good at the line here for Tyrese. Here we go. Paul George looking to respond here with the Clippers as he passes it over to Kawhi Leonard. Leonard with the ball. Guarded by Harris. Going to flip it over to Terrence Mann. Going to find James Harden. Harden going to dance. Going to flip it over to Leonard. Leonard looking for options. Guarded by Maxey. Leonard in the corner for three. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Paul Reed, who puts it in the hands of Buddy Hield. Hield with the ball. Gets it over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey going to dance. Maxey going to find Reed. Reed on the find from 5 feet out. Puts it up in the paint and works in the paint. B-ball Paul coming out the mud and going in the paint and putting it up and in for two. Here's James Harden with the ball. He's going to find Paul George at the top of the key. Going to his right. Paul George going to flip it out to James Harden. Trying to find Zubac, and that's intercepted by Paul Reed. Now into the hands of Tyrese Maxey. Off the bad pass from James Harden. Maxey with the the back pass to Reed. Reed finds Hield. Hield looking. Hield dancing. Going to find Reed. Reed losing the ball. It's going to be tipped away by Leonard into the hands of Paul George, who puts it up. Denied by Oubre. Oh, my. Oh, my gosh. Kelly Oubre said, get that weak stuff out of here and send Paul George packing on his own floor. Oh, my gosh, dude. That was violent. Woo, man. That was just nasty. Oh my! And Kelly Oubre saved a dunk right there. Kelly Oubre saves a dunk, but Kawhi Leonard makes a 3-foot hook shot to make it back to a 4-point game. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Maxey going to drive. Maxey going to lay it up once again, and Maxey puts it in. Big time shot right there from Tyrese. Let's go. Here we go. James Harden with the ball here for the Clippers. Harden going to drive. Harden going to try to flip it up. Can't get it to Zubac, and that's taken away by Maxey. Maxey going to bring it down the floor. Maxey going to his right, guarded by PG-13. Maxey going to launch the three from the right wing. Can't get it to go. Reed cannot rebound. Instead, it's James Harden who puts it in the hands of PG-13. Paul George with the ball, guarded by Kelly Oubre. George dancing. George going to drive. George going to fade away. Going to send Oubre packing. But Paul George is going to be called for the offensive foul. And that'll be the second time that I do believe that it has happened to Paul George, if not that the first time for him, but the second time for the Clippers today. Yeah, Paul George just sent Kelly Oubre packing to get off me, but nope, that's an offensive foul. In the meantime, though, Brandon Boston and Amir Coffey both enter into the game to replace both Paul George and James Harden, and Cameron Payne enters the game to replace Buddy Hield. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Maxey going to launch a three. Shortens the shot. Rebounded by Kawhi. Leonard going to bring it down the floor. Leonard guarded by Oubre. Oubre trying to poke it away but cannot. Oubre still being pesky. Leonard with the shot. Puts it up for two. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Paul Reed. Into the hands of Cameron Payne. Into the hands of KJ Martin, who tries to get it over to Kelly Oubre. But a foul will be called on the floor here against Norman Powell. And the ball will stay with Philadelphia on an inbound pass here. And in addition to all this, we do have a timeout called here by Tyronn Lue to talk things over here with his team. But the same thing goes for Nick Nurse's side during the commercial break. But the 76ers still hanging on to the lead. The game was tied for a moment, but the lead is back up to 6 here for the 76ers against the Los Angeles Clippers, where the 76ers maintain the lead of the Clippers 81-75. That was much needed right there. They really needed that desperately. So there you go, guys. There is your score with 2 minutes and 51 seconds remaining. I think I know where my spot was here. This is radio and TV 41 years. Yeah, I figured he would have. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I figured he would have been doing it for a very long time. And Carlo Jimenez, man, that's the next man up right there. I'm telling you guys, outside of Merle Reese, in terms of radio broadcasting, taking Merle Reese out of the conversation, Carlo Jimenez is the best radio broadcaster in sports in just his first year doing it, and he's going to get better from here. So sometime when you guys have time here in the second half, be sure to go ahead and check out the Clippers Audio Network on iHeartRadio, which the link is down below in the description. Or just go ahead and search Clippers Audio Network on Google, and you will find it there on iHeartRadio as well. Sixers need to put games away and quit choking leads. Absolutely. Jake the Make wants to be an Eagle his entire career. Absolutely. Can't be choking leads. You already know. So let them know you're absolutely correct. Sixers get too pretty with leads, which you can't do. Exactly. Especially when it comes to playoff time. You know what I'm saying? Can't do that. This is when I play basketball. We were never allowed so many travels like most players nowadays. Hey, fouls are fouls at the end of the day. As MC also follows up saying, come on, Sixers. You already know. But Oubre with the ball gets denied at the rim by Zubac. As the game is back on, Zubac denies Kelly Oubre at the rim. And Kawhi Leonard comes away with the ball. And Kawhi Leonard lays it up and lays it in to make it a 4-point game here yet again. Max to the ball. Going to get it over to KJ Moore. Going to flip it over to Cameron Payne. Payne going to dump it off to Reed. Reed back to the outside, finding Payne. Payne still dancing. Going to kick it out to Reed. Reed spinning. Kicking it out to Payne. Running some pick and roll. Payne launching a three. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Payne. Payne going to float up for two. And what a sequence here by Cameron Payne. As that was all C-Payne right there. Putting it up and in for the basket. Norman Powell with the ball here for the Clippers. Gets it over to Brandon Boston. Going to find Amir Coffey. Coffey back to Powell. Gets it over to Amir Coffey. Going to back in. Going to get it over to Zubac and backs in and finds Brandon Boston, who throws it down with a nice two-handed jam for the thunderous throwdown once again. But the Sixers looking to stretch the lead as Maxey with the ball finds Oubre. Oubre at the right corner going to find KJ Martin. Martin going to flip it out to Payne. Payne the sidestep. Going to launch the three, and it's good from Cameron Payne from the left wing. And a much-needed shot right there for Philadelphia when they needed it most to hang on to their lead. Big-time shot right there by Cameron Payne. We're currently running Tyrese Maxey and Kelly Oubre with the bench unit of KJ Martin, Kelly Oubre, and Paul Reed. As the layup goes in here for Norman Powell with about a minute remaining here in the third quarter. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Gets it over to Cameron Payne. Payne going to launch another one from the wing. Can't get it to fall from the left wing. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. Leonard with the ball. Guarded by KJ Martin. Leonard going to put the shot up for two. Trying to respond. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Reed into the hands of KJ Martin, who will drive. Going to put it up for two. Can't get it to go. Maxey can't pick it up either. And it'll be a 5-on-3. Leonard putting it up for two. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Payne, and they're going to call a foul on Cameron Payne. As we now have KJ Martin in Payne here. Maxey went over to defend, but KJ Martin did not get up whatsoever as he's currently on one knee right now. Oh, as KJ Martin got hit in the head by Norman Powell. KJ Martin was down for a little bit. Maxey tried to get him up, but KJ Martin just was not able to move. He just had to take a moment to himself. First one of the line here for Kawhi Leonard is good. And in the meantime here, though, for the Clippers, in the meantime here, we have Mason Plumlee checking in to the game for the first time this afternoon, replacing Ivica Zubac. And Tobias Harris enters the game as well to replace Kelly Oubre. Second one of the line for Kawhi Leonard is good as well. 76ers looking for one last shot here to end off the quarter. The Clippers currently in the bonus right now. About 5 seconds separating shot and game clock. Cameron Payne with the ball. Gets it over to Paul George. Going to find Tyrese Maxey. Maxey guarded by, I do believe this is Brandon Boston. Maxey with the ball going to drive. Maxey going to lay it up with the finger roll, and Maxey goes to work. Brandon Boston with the ball. Bring it down the floor. Boston driving. Boston puts it up. Can't get it to go. Payne, bring it down the other end. Launching the three. A little too strong. Hits off the back of the rim. Misses it. And that is how the third quarter will come to a close. The 76ers and Clippers were going back and forth originally, but it is the Philadelphia 76ers maintaining a 5-point lead here at the end of the third quarter with a score of 88-83. As we head on to the final frame of this game, where the 76ers look for a win here, going into the ending off the first game of a back-to-back here against the Los Angeles Clippers, and the first of 3 games in 4 days coming up. My guy Eagle says we're not in the beginning of the season. Sixers were close to the playoffs. Can't be choking leads. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. When it gets to playoff time, you can't be choking leads at all. And not to mention, guys like, just looking through the box score and based on what I'm seeing, guys like Jeff Doughton Jr. are not going to receive that much playing time. So you're probably going to see a 10-man rotation. You're going to probably see Buddy Hield go back to the I'd probably put Melton on the bench and probably just keep the 5 out there and add Joel Embiid when he gets back to action. I mean, I don't know, though. I mean, Nick Nurse is definitely going with some type of 10-man rotation, probably going with Maxey, Hield, Oubre, Harris, and Embiid. And then off the bench would probably be Cameron Payne. Probably be Cameron Payne. Cameron Payne, Paul Reed, KJ Martin. I feel like I'm missing some players. I just can't figure out who I'm missing. Nico Batum might get some run. I just feel like I'm missing somebody, but I can't figure out who I'm missing. But the fourth quarter, in the meantime, ladies and gents, is underway as the 76ers will start out with possession of the basketball here. Cameron Payne with the ball, trying to find KJ Martin. And KJ Martin cannot find the ball as it rolls through his legs, and it'll be inbounded here by Mason Plumlee, who will get over to James Harden, back over to Plumlee. Plumlee going to find Norman Powell. Powell going to put the shot up for 2. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Plumlee, who kicks it out to George. George looking for options here. George going to his left and has that deflected away by the Sixers as Cameron Payne with the ball. Gets over to Maxey, who drives. Dumps it off to Reed, and Maxey will be fouled. Maxey hits the deck. Hopefully he's okay. He seems to be okay. And seems like Tyrese Maxey will head to the charity stripe. Or rather, it's going to be a personal foul called against Amir Coffey. So it's just a personal foul. It's a foul on the floor here, so no free throws needed here for Tyrese Maxey. And James Harden, by the way, also enters the game to replace Brandon Boston. And same with Paul George entering the game here for Kawhi Leonard. And with 11 minutes and 7 seconds remaining here, Paul Reed does get fouled underneath the rim, and he will be fouled on the play by Mason Plumlee. So Paul Reed will go to the line here to shoot 2 free throws, and will look to increase the lead once again. Said Dak Prescott called Jalen Hurts running back. I mean, Dak Prescott needs to get off of Jalen Hurts' butt, man. I mean, first one at the line, by the way, is good for Paul Reed, but getting back to this right here, Dak Prescott needs to stop talking, but because, again, he has never made it to an NFC Championship game. Jalen Hurts has made it to more NFC Championship games than Dak Prescott, and Dak Prescott's been in the league longer than Jalen Hurts. So Dak Prescott needs to stop talking until he gets to the NFC Championship and probably the Super Bowl. As Harden lobs it up to Mason Plumlee on the alley-oop and puts it in. Here we go. Cameron Payne with the ball here for the Sixers. Flips it over to Paul Reed. Reed looking for options here. Reed finds Payne. Payne going to drive, going to flip it out to Martin, and we have a travel, unfortunately, here called on Cameron Payne. And that is the last thing you want to do against a Clippers team that's only 5 points behind. That's the last thing you want to do, is get something ridiculous going and get a foul call and get called for a travel or just any type of stupid foul. As Harden with the ball trying to drive against Reed. The Sixers bench, the entirety of the Sixers bench wants to travel, but they're gonna have Paul Reed block James Harden's driving layup, and they're gonna have a jump ball go on between Paul Reed and James Harden. And James Harden just jumping for dear life. This man just wants the ball. Paul Reed going to win the jump ball, but right into the hands of Norman Powell. And it looks like we will have another jump ball here between Norman Powell and KJ Martin. As KJ Martin was right there trying to snag the ball away from Norman Powell. We'll see who wins this jump ball. Norman Powell versus KJ Martin here in this jump ball. Norman Powell will win this one by a landslide. And we picked up by Paul George. George going to his left, dancing, and a launch a three from the left wing, and that would be airballed. KJ Martin lets it go. Out of bounds, Sixers basketball. Let's go. Maxey with the ball, going to launch a three from the left wing and knocks it down. Big time shot right there from Tyrese Maxey when it mattered most. That's big time. That's huge right there. Here we go. Harden with the ball here for the Sixers. Dumps it off to Mason Plumlee, who spins, kicks it out to George. George going to flip it out to Amir Coffey. Back over to Paul George. PG-13 going to drive. PG-13 trying to find a man. Trying to find Mason Plumlee, and that's put into the hands of KJ Martin as Mason Plumlee could not handle the pass. Maxey with the ball going to dance. Going to float it up for two. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Plumlee. Plumlee with a terrible pass into the hands of KJ Martin. Martin flipping it out to Maxey, who's wide open for three, all alone in the living room. And Maxey puts it up and in for three. And back to an 11-point lead. Go the Sixers. And another timeout called here by Tyronn Lue to talk things over with this team. And the 76ers with the forward momentum here as they start out the fourth quarter with an 8-2 run. Great start to the fourth quarter here for the 76ers. That is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to go ahead and change this here once again. See where I was at here. Rebounding is a huge part of the game. Sixers, let's do this. Absolutely. Got to get rebounds, got to come with points, and got to play some defense. This is the 76ers need to stay focused. Absolutely. Let's go. Like and share this to all your friends. This kid rocks. AMC, I appreciate the positivity once again. It's Charles Adderley, absolutely. See, it was absolutely no cap about saying work networking. A shout out to Charles Adderley, again, another guy for the positivity. Warriors never quit and Warriors never win. You never know. As according to Star Wars 99, apparently Dak or Tad Prescott, as my guy Star Wars 99 calls him, says exactly what Dak Prescott said Jalen Hurts is not a top 10 quarterback, and he is a running back, according to Tad Prescott. You said quarterbacks, not running backs, when he asked why he's not top 10. Yo, that's crazy. That is crazy. As a network fan, we of course stand tall against all odds. BLC Sports Channel, the leader in sports talk. A shout out to my guy Charles, man. Continue to show positivity up in here. As MC agrees 100%. Dak can talk all he wants to. He's a choker. Jalen's so much better than he and he is a better person. And guess what? Jalen's been in a Super Bowl, and Dak hasn't. Dak can't be talking. Exactly. Can't be talking until you make it to the NFC Championship game. And Dak, you've had more chances than Jalen Hurts has because you've had a longer NFL career. So stop talking. Just keep your foot on the gas. You already know. Let's go. Acknowledge, salute to BL, host, CEO of the OC Sports Channel. Yes, sir. Shout out to the positivity. Continuing in the chat. Says it's title called Jalen Hurts a running back, or Dak Prescott called Jalen Hurts a running back. I got Zip Controls down. Says, why is Paul Reed playing scared, man? They leave him open a lot in this game. Hey, I don't know, man. I mean, that's just kind of the way Nick Nurse wants to have him play, as the game is back on here with 9:12 remaining, and we do have what looks to be an offensive foul. And it's going to be a 3-second violation here against Norman Powell. So the 76ers will look to take advantage of this opportunity. Max through the ball. Gets over to KJ Martin. Out to Harris at the corner for three. You bet! Big time shot for Tobias Harris. And it's time for him to wake up in the second half and for him to rise to the occasion. Norman Powell going to spin for the shot. Puts it up for two. Can't get it. Harris with the rebound. Gets over to Maxey. Maxey with the ball, looking for options here. Maxey at the top of the key. Maxey finds Harris. Harris going to flip it over to KJ Martin. Martin going to get over to Cameron Payne. Back out to Maxey. Maxey going to drive from the top of the key to the inside of the paint. And Maxey puts it in for two. And that was big time again here for Philadelphia. From 8 feet out with the Cameron Payne assist. Paul George going to launch a three from the right wing. Can't get it. Rebounded by Cameron Payne. Down to the hands of Maxey. And here comes the Sixers. Maxey with the ball. Gets over to Harris. Back to Maxey. Maxey going to drive. Going to lay it up on the floater as Maxey is falling and puts it in. A big second half here for Tyrese Maxey and is getting a lot more opportunities. Harden with the ball. Coming around the screen. Gets over to Mason Plumlee and puts it up for two and puts it in. Here we go. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Maxey looking for options. Finds KJ Martin, who dumps it off to Reed. Reed the layup, can't get to fall. Reed gets his own offensive rebound, flips out to Payne for three. Music to my ears as Cam Payne throws down another one from 26 feet out and puts it in. Big time shot from Cameron Payne. Harden with the ball, looking for options here. Harden with the corner three, denied by Paul Reed. And they're going to call a loose ball foul here against KJ Martin. So they're going to keep it with LA. Cameron Payne with 18 points off the bench. Cameron Payne has been on fire this afternoon. Paul Reed trying to flip it to Mason Plumlee, but that's going to absolutely nobody. That's off in no man's land as the 76ers will take over, and that's another turnover here for LA. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Maxey looking for options, flips it up to Cameron Payne. Payne going to find Harris. Over to Reed, gets it over to Cameron Payne. Payne going to spin. Get out of the trap from PG-13. Payne with the layup, denied by Paul George at the rim. And the ball will stay with Philadelphia, though, with 3.3 seconds on the shot clock. So they'll be looking for a quick shot here, or probably a shot just right underneath the basket. And Cameron Payne will do the honors to inbound. Payne inbounds it. Finds Reed. The layup for Reed is good. The reverse layup was big time right there from B-Ball Paul. That was massive. James Harden with the ball here as the 76ers go on an 18-2 run in the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds. PG-13 going to find Harden, trying to put it up to Plumlee. Plumlee picks it up, puts the shot up for two, can't get it to go. But it'll be a foul call here against Paul Reed. And Mason Plumlee will head to the charity stripe. 76ers up by over 20 points still, but still cannot blow this lead. They have to hang on to this lead here against the Clippers. They have got to hold on to it. First one on the line here for Mason Plumlee is good. And a timeout called here. Looks like by Nick Nurse to talk things over with his team after the first free throw was made by Mason Plumlee. And Easy controllers down. Back to this comment, by the way. Probably the reason why Paul Reed is playing a little scared when getting wide open is probably because, I don't think he's used to being that open, like, all game long. I don't think he's used to that. I think he's used to, just getting up in the paint, taking on double teams, putting in layups, putting in shots from not that far away, having one guy come up to him on a three-pointer. He's used to stuff like that. He's not used to being so open and having all the pressure on his back, you know what I'm saying? This is the 76ers need this win today. It's paramount, in my opinion. So let's go. Let's put this game away. TKO. Stay focused, Sixers. 20 points up. Put them away. You already know, man. Let's go. Let's go, guys. We got to finish this off. Let's go. Nick Nurse talking things over with his team. It's being a good coach right there. Talking things over with your squad. So there you go, guys. There is your score with a little less than 6.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. '76ers look to hold on to this lead. So that could be it as long as he's not fouling out. Exactly, He's playing scared because he doesn't want to drive so much to the basket. He doesn't want to get fouled, And it's kind of the way Ty Lue wants to go ahead and set up his defense. So, letting Paul Reed play away gives him less confidence, But Paul Reed just has to be Paul Reed and do Paul Reed things. This is a Reed, Star Wars, and Charles. Absolutely. But in the meantime, though, lineup changes coming in here for the Los Angeles Clippers just for now. As Brandon Boston Jr. and Terrence Mann will both enter the game to replace James Harden and Paul George. And Mason Plumlee will come on here to attempt the second free throw. We'll look to make it up to a 19-point game. Clippers down 20 to the Sixers right now with 6:26 remaining. Second one at the line is good here for Mason Plumlee. But come on, Sixers, let's finish this off. Maxey with the ball here, looking for separation, directing the offense for dear life. Maxey now double teamed for the moment by Mason Plumlee and Terrence Mann as he flips it over to Reed. Reed looking for opportunities, puts it behind the back to Maxey. Maxey with the delivery, puts it up for two, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Mason Plumlee. And here come the Clippers as Plumlee trying to battle for it against Paul Reed. And we will have Paul Reed and Mason Plumlee do a jump ball here. Paul Reed battling for the ball against Plumlee, getting scrappy right now. As I do believe he sits near Nick Nurse and Bobby Jackson. I do believe are the two members of the coaching staff they ended up sitting on as he made the landing. As Mason Plumlee wins the jump ball over Paul Reed, and now Norman Powell with possession of it. Gets it over to Mason Plumlee. Plumlee looking for options. Puts it up for two. Can't get it to go. But there will be a foul called here on Paul Reed that will send Mason Plumlee back to the charity stripe here to shoot two. Cameron Payne with a beautiful performance today off the bench. I'm not sure how much more playing time he's going to get up to this point. But 18 points for Cameron Payne. 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. Shooting the ball 6 of 11 from the field and 4 of 7 of 3. Shout out to Cameron Payne for what he's done off the bench this afternoon. Big game from Cameron Payne, and you already know he's staying on the court. He's staying on the floor. Let's go. Second one on the line for Mason Plumlee is good as well. Now up to a 17-point game. Only 8 points scored here for the Clippers in the fourth quarter so far. Just 20 for the Sixers. Payne going to put the shot up for two, and Cameron Payne continues to get busy and continues to work in the paint as he puts it up for two and give him 20 points tonight this afternoon off the bench. Mason Plumlee with the ball. Going to get over to Norman Powell. Powell going to drive. Powell going to put it up off the window for two. Can't get it to go. And that will send Norman Powell to the charity stripe. Here's another foul is called here against Paul Reed. Not sure how many that is for Paul. That's going to be Paul Reed's third. But I definitely kind of like the idea of having Paul Reed get a lot of separation, as the first one at the line is good here for Norman Powell. Because, I mean, when you have Paul Reed getting separation, he really cannot get fouled as much. I mean, that's how Tyronn Lue wants to go ahead and, play with his style of defense. But at the end of the day, even though that might be his type of style, I mean, it's not that great, honestly. Even though Paul Reed's not used to it, as Cameron Payne with the ball going to dance. Cameron Payne with the sidestep three, and it is good for Cameron Payne. Cameron Payne is a grown man. Norman Powell going to put the shot up for two, puts it in, and one. Tough and one opportunity coming for Norman Powell as another foul will be called here against Paul Reed. And that's going to be Paul Reed's fourth. As the in-one opportunity is good here for Norman Powell. Now the 76ers will take over. Harris with the ball here for the Sixers. Harris guarded by Mason Plumlee. Harris going to drive again. Harris going to lay it up off the window. Can't get it to go. Rebounding here by Mason Plumlee. Down to the hands of Norman Powell. Powell going to launch a three, and it is good for Norman Powell. Here we go. Cameron Payne going to bring the ball down the floor. Cameron Payne going to his right. Cameron Payne looking for options here. Payne going to launch a three. Swirls the iron, misses. Rebounded by Mason Plumlee, who puts it in the hands now of Brandon Boston. Boston with the ball going to his left. Boston going to drive. Going to flip it out to Amir Coffey. Coffey going to spin. Coffey going to put it up for two. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Plumlee. And Plumlee will throw it out of bounds towards the 76ers bench. Sixers did not touch it, so it will remain in possession of Philadelphia. Nick Nurse says, Cameron Payne, come here. Receive the inbound from Tyrese Maxey, which he does. And Cameron Payne gets it back to Maxey. And Maxey will control the offense here. Will bring it down the floor. Maxey with it. Guarded by Brandon Boston. Now going to get it over to Harris. Harris going to flip it over to Maxey. Maxey looking for options. Going to find Cameron Payne. Payne going to launch a three. Shortens the shot. Rebounded by Brandon Boston. And here come the Clippers now. Brandon Boston around the screen. Brandon Boston going to launch a two-point shot. Can't get the fall. Rebounded by Cameron Payne. Down to the hands of Tyrese Maxey. Maxey with the ball. Going to be fouled on the play. Did he get fouled by Brandon Boston? It doesn't look like he got fouled, and it doesn't look like the whistle got blown in time for a foul call on Brandon Boston. It is just a timeout here called by Nick Nurse to talk things over with this team. And the 76ers looking to hold on to this lead, ladies and gents. Let's go. Let's go. This is without commitment, you will never start. Without consistency, you will never finish. Stay consistent. Philadelphia 76ers, yes, sir. Little too good. What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. This is Paul George in. Paul George is currently on the bench, my guy. The Clippers, probably one starter by one starter, going to probably start bringing the cleanup crew in for them. So, unfortunately, Paul George is not in if you are a Clippers fan. Shout out to you for coming through, my guy. A little too goated. Hit the like button if you're not done so, my guy. And since you are a new viewer to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well if you want more content like this. So, no snap. Come on, do the Sixers rebound. Absolutely. Let's go. 3 minutes remaining. Hang in there, Sixers. Yes, sir. Let's go. T-minus 3 minutes remaining. Let's go. Maxey with the ball here as we are back to your in-game action. Maxey with the ball, going to drive. Maxey going to flip it out to Doughton. Going to get it over to Harris. Harris going to put it up for two. And Tobias John Harris with another basket. Give him 24 this afternoon. Brandon Boston with the ball. Bring it down the floor. Going to get over to number 22. I have no idea who's 22 for the Clippers, but gets over to 21 for 2. And it's good for number 21. Is number 21 they have Thaddeus Young? They do not have Thaddeus Young, which is interesting. But Tobias Harris passes over to Paul Reed. Paul Reed surrounded for dear life, picks up the basketball, flips it out to Payne. Payne spinning for dear life. Payne going to try to find Harris. And the ball will just roll out of bounds, and it's going to remain. It's going to actually go with the Chicago Bulls. Or not Chicago Bulls. It's going to go with the Los Angeles Clippers. Norman Powell has actually gone crazy off the bench here for the Clippers here this afternoon. Here we go. Xavier Moon, number 22, going to get over to number 21. Puts the shot up for 2 and puts it in. Shot up and in here for the Clippers. Maxey with the ball. Going to get over to Cameron Payne. Going to get over to Paul Reed. Reed going to find Ricky Council. Puts up a 3, and it's good for Ricky Council, the 4th. Ricky Council saying, Coach, give me more playing time. Let's go. Brandon Boston with the ball. Going to launch it out to Xavier Moon for 3 off the back of the iron. Misses it. And it's rebounded here by Jeff Doughton Jr. Jeff Doughton going to find Cameron Payne. Going to get over to Tyrese Maxey. Sixers going to start to wind this clock down to as far as they possibly can get it. Maxey with the ball. Looking for options at the top of the key. Going to drive. Maxey going to try to kick it out. And a foul will be called on the floor. Looks like against LA. But specifically, they're going to call it against. Specifically, they're going to call it against Kobe Brown. As you see the current standings here in the Eastern Conference, standings 4 through 9. 76ers with the win for the moment will regain the 7th seed here over the Miami Heat for the moment. And if the Heat lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight, the 76ers will officially remain as the number 7 seed. Plumlee with the ball, going to get it over to Amir Coffey. Coffey looking for options, puts the shot up for 2, and Amir Coffey puts it in from 8 feet out. $14-point lead here for the 76ers. And timeout call here by Nick Nurse to talk things over with his team and probably to go ahead and pull the starters as well. Take all the starters out and put in the cleanup crew, and all the Sixers fans are happy that are in attendance here at this game. It looks like the Sixers are about to get this win on the first half of a back-to-back. Let's go. My guy says bring this plane in for a landing. Bring the ship to its apart, Philadelphia 76ers. My guy says TKO. What is TKO? TKO stands for technical knockout. Just looked it up for you, MC. Just run it down. Yes, sir. Let's get this clock all the way down to 0. Players of the game all coming from the 76ers side. Cameron Payne, Tobias Harris, and Tyrese Maxey. All your players of the game here for the 76ers. 76ers looking to run this clock out as KJ Martin coming through with the thunderous one-handed tomahawk right past the entirety of the Clippers backups here. There you go. Mason Plumlee with the ball. Going to get it over to Brandon Boston. Boston going to drive. Going to step back on the shot here for 2, and it's good for Brandon Boston Jr. over the newest acquisition here for the Philadelphia 76ers in DJ Wilson. Here we go. Cameron Payne with the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Payne with it coming around the DJ Wilson screen. Payne looking for options. Going to kick it out to Jeff Doughton Jr. Doughton dancing. Doughton going to launch a 3. Can't get to go. Rebounded by number 21. Going to get over to Xavier Moon. Gets over to Amir Coffey. Out to Plumlee, but Plumlee cannot handle the pass. And with 10.3 seconds left, this game is pretty much over, ladies and gentlemen. So your Philadelphia 76ers looks like they're going to go ahead and come out with this W here over the Los Angeles Clippers by an official final score of 121-107. Your Philadelphia 76ers getting the W here on the road in LA against the Los Angeles Clippers by a comfortable, finally, a game where we can relax. A game where we can relax, not to worry about some cardiac game. Finally, we'll have to worry about some cardiac game finally. It's about time. It's about time you make this game relaxing, Sixers. It's about time you would. I don't need to have my mental health checked out now. Thank goodness for me. I don't need to have my mental health checked out because of this team. But I'll probably guarantee that they're going to probably do something like this against the Sacramento Kings, who they do play tomorrow night on the second half of a back-to-back to start off this week. Says we're coming to win. Yes, Sixers. Yes, sir. Let's go. Much needed W. And Charles Adderley, my guy, he's asking for it in the chat. And I'm going to go ahead and do it for you guys. So, ladies and gents, you already know, pretty much everybody knows how this works, ladies and gents. Whenever the 76ers come away with the W here, or in any specific game, the whole chat's begging for it, I know. The whole chat's begging for it. But, guys, whenever the 76ers get a win against any team, by any given means, I know we have not heard it in a while, but music producer, you're finally rehired, and you finally get to do the job that you've been waiting to do for all this time. So, music producer, let's go ahead and do it to start off the week. Music producer, go ahead and play it for the one time. Play the song. Let's go, guys. That is a big win right there for our Philadelphia 76ers this afternoon against the Los Angeles Clippers. That's a big win, guys. That is a massive W right there. That was one that the 76ers needed to start off the week and on the first half of a back-to-back too against the Sacramento Kings. But ladies and gents, let me know in the chat right now. The chat needs to let me know. Do we need to run it back right now? I'm in for running it back, but the chat's got to let me know. Unless if we got 10 likes on the stream. Unless we got 10 likes on the stream. If we get 10 likes, then it's automatic. Chad, let me know. Do we go ahead and run it back right now? We got 9 likes, so it's not automatic. It's not automatic unless if I reset it again and it shows 10 likes. And I don't know. Do we have 10 likes on the live stream? Because if we do, then it's guaranteed that we run it back and play the song. I still have 9 likes on my end. Guys, let me know. Do we run it back right now? Let me know in the chat. Ladies and gents, let me know. Do we run it back? I'm constantly refreshing this thing to see if we do have 10 likes to automatically play the song. And it's still showing me 9. Let me check the YouTube side on my end. See if I'm missing something here. Let me go ahead and refresh it one last time. It was still constantly showing me 9 likes. I want to refresh it, double check, make sure. And ladies and gents, we officially have 10 likes on the stream. I don't need to ask the chat regardless, because you guys know what happens when we hit 10 likes, right? You guys should know what happens every time we hit 10 likes, right? I'm going to need to ask the music producer to get back to his studio and go ahead and, music producer, play the song for the second time. Play the song. Let's go, guys. That is a massive win right there for our Philadelphia 76ers at the end of this game. That was a massive W, and that was one the 76ers needed on the first half of the back-to-back as they matched up against the Los Angeles Clippers and got the W. And now we'll go ahead and match up with the Sacramento Kings tomorrow night, where they will look for back-to-back road wins going into Wednesday's matchup, where they will play the Los Angeles Clippers again. But this time on Wednesday, they will play them at home in the Wells Fargo Center. But ladies and gents, on that note, while we are going through the box score, give me one word down below in the chat to describe this afternoon's game. Give me one word to describe this game down below in the chat while we're going over the box score. And on that note, ladies and gents, we're officially going to go ahead and go over the box score right now, and then we're going to go ahead and get out of here for the remainder of the day after we go ahead and read your guys' comments. So starting it off here for the Philadelphia 76ers side, looks to be that Tobias Harris actually ended up leading the way here for the Philadelphia 76ers at the end of this game, finishing the game with 24 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, as well as a steal and a block each. Then following it up for the 76ers was Tyrese Maxey in the starting 5, who finishes the game with 24 points, a rebound, and 6 assists, as well as a steal and a block each. Also following it up for the 76ers is Cameron Payne off the bench, who was the 3rd player of the game here for the 76ers, who finishes the game with 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, as well as a steal and 2 blocks. But overall, Cameron Payne was phenomenal in terms of his shooting tonight, this afternoon. Then following it up here for the 76ers as well was Kelly Oubre, who ends off the game with 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists, as well as a block. Following it up here as well for the 76ers is Paul Reed, who almost got a double-double at the end of this game, but finishes the game with 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists, as well as 3 steals and 2 blocks. So some pretty good defense played tonight by B-Ball Paul at the end. In the end. Then following it up here for the 76ers in the starting 5 was Buddy Hield, who ends off the game with 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Also following it up is KJ Martin off the bench. And in some good playing time, he finishes the game with 8 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, as well as a steal and a block each. Then also following up here in the starting five was Mo Bamba, who ends off the game with 5.7 rebounds and assists, as well as 2 blocks at the end of this game. Then also following it up here off the bench here, we had Jeff Doughton Jr., who played a good majority of the bench out of the Young Bucks here. But he ends off the game with 3 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And then rounding it off here for the Philadelphia 76ers side is Ricky Council IV, who ends off his game with 3 points straight up off the bench to end off the final stats here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Now over to the Los Angeles Clippers side now. As we had Kawhi Leonard end up leading the way here for the Los Angeles Clippers here in this one, finishing up the game with 20 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, as well as a steal. And following it up here off the bench here for the Los Angeles Clippers was Norman Powell, who finishes up the game with 20 points, a rebound, and an assist each. Then back to the starting five where we had, back into the starting five where we had Paul George actually end this game with 18 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist, as well as a block. Following it up here for the Los Angeles Clippers here was Ivica Zubac, who ended off his afternoon with a double-double of 13 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 blocks. Also following it up here for the Clippers in the starting five was James Harden, who ends off his afternoon also with a double-double of 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 14 assists, as well as a steal and a block each. Following it up off the bench here was Mason Plumlee. In the small amount of time he got in being 12 minutes, ended off the game with 8 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist, as well as a block. Also following it up in the starting five was Terrence Mann, finishing up his game with 6 points, a rebound, and an assist each. Then staying off the bench here where we had Brandon Boston finish off his afternoon with 4 points and 2 rebounds. We also had, I'm trying to figure out this dude's name, Kobe Brown. We also had him come off the bench and finish this game with 4 points and a rebound. And then rounding it off here, believe it or not, here for the bench of the Los Angeles Clippers was Amir Coffey, who ends off the afternoon with 2 points, a rebound, and an assist each, as well as a block, to end off the final stats here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Make sure we're on the right thing here. Now over to the Philadelphia 76ers side. The 76ers overall, based on what I'm seeing right here on the stats, they played an amazing game today. They played an amazing game in terms of shooting the ball. As the Philadelphia 76ers overall finished shooting the ball 53.3% from the field to the Los Angeles Clippers 48.2%. The Philadelphia 76ers also finished shooting the ball 48.6% from three-point range to the Los Angeles Clippers 35.7%. The free throw shooting is something that they need a little bit more of, but they did. But the Clippers, on the other hand, finished shooting the ball 94.4% from the free throw line to the Philadelphia 76ers 77.8%. 76ers only went 7 of 9 from the free throw line. The Clippers, on the other hand, went 17 of 18 from the free throw line. Both teams had the same amount of overall rebounds at the end of this game with 37 overall rebounds apiece. The 76ers overall had more offensive rebounds, though, than the Los Angeles Clippers did, 12 to 10. In terms of assists, went in favor of the Philadelphia 76ers, 32 to 27. Steals also went in favor of the 76ers over the Clippers, 7 to 2. Same thing with blocks going in favor of the 76ers, 10 to 9. The turnover battle was also won by the 76ers, 14 to 8. Points in the paint, the 76ers took the advantage over the Clippers in that category, 52 to 48. And a total of 29 personal fouls called, 18 fouls called on the Philadelphia 76ers, and 11 fouls called on the Los Angeles Clippers. And the Sixers had their largest lead of 21 points, while the Clippers actually went ahead and never took a lead, believe it or not, in this game. And ladies and gents, on that note, that is how the final stats come to an end here in this one. A massive statement win needed here for your 76ers as they get the win over the Los Angeles Clippers here, 121-107. And they look to continue this momentum going into the second half of this back-to-back tomorrow night against the Los Angeles Clippers. Let's read some of you guys' comments on how you guys describe this game. As my guy Charles Riley says, outstanding, and my guy Eagles says important. This was an important win indeed for the sake of the standings. This was indeed an important win. So see you next time. All right, Eagles, take care, my guy. Appreciate you coming through. And ladies and gents, just so you guys know, I'm not going to be able to do the next 2 games for the Sixers. As obviously, tomorrow night, the 76ers play the Los Angeles Kings, the Sacramento Kings at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So obviously, I'm not going to be able to go ahead and do that game on tomorrow night. And then obviously, if you guys know, you know, I will not be able to do the game on Wednesday against the Los Angeles Clippers at home. Because if you guys know, got to work on Wednesday. It's important for my sake. This is on behalf of BL Moderators. Thanks for your outstanding contribution on the live stream broadcast this afternoon. Best regards, Charles Riley. Hey, Charles, man, appreciate you for coming through, my guy. But, guys, like I said before, your boy's not going to be able to go ahead and live stream the next 2 games. Once again, take care, Charles Riley. Have a good one, my guy. But, again, for the 3rd time, ladies and gents, your boy's not going to be able to go ahead and live stream the next 2 games for the 76ers. I can't do the game tomorrow night because I do not stream the 10 o'clock games. And then I cannot do Wednesday's game because I have to work on Wednesday. So, unfortunately, I cannot do the next 2 games. But I will be back for Friday's matchup where the Philadelphia 76ers will go on the road to play the Cleveland Cavaliers on March 29th, this Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So go ahead and tune into that on Friday. We will make it through this weekend. We will be back at it with the play-by-play reactions on Friday, where the 76ers will take on the Cavaliers. Back to the chat we go. Says, thanks again, outstanding work. Hey, Charles Riley, man, appreciate you coming through. Thank you for supporting the channel, Charles Riley, as you have done recently, my guy. Shout out to you for coming through. But ladies and gents, for the next 2 live streams, okay, I want you to go to the 2 following channels. So for tomorrow night's matchup, where the 76ers will take on the Los Angeles Kings. Oh my gosh, why do I keep saying Los Angeles? The Sacramento Kings. I need to stop thinking of the hockey team. I need to stop thinking of the hockey team. When the Philadelphia 76ers go ahead and match up against the Sacramento Kings, go ahead and go over to my guy Philly Take with RB, as he will definitely be live streaming the 76ers Sacramento Kings game. And then on Wednesday, when the 76ers take on the Los Angeles Clippers, again, a big shout out to my guy Carlo Jimenez for basically getting the shout out of the live stream. Shout out to my guy. Go over to the Clippers Audio Network, ladies and gents, on Wednesday. Make a note of this. Go over to the Clippers Audio Network on Wednesday and tune into my guy Carlo Jimenez, as he will be on the call for the 76ers and Los Angeles Clippers game. So he will have that for you on his perspective on what goes down on his side, on his end of the spectrum as a member of the Los Angeles Clippers staff. So be sure to go ahead and tune into both of those channels be sure to go ahead and tune into RB's YouTube channel and onto the Clippers Audio Network. Either link is down below in the description, or just search up Clippers Audio Network on Google, and you will be able to find the Clippers Audio Network, where Carlo Jimenez will be on the call. It says work is a priority. You already know. See you Friday, BL. Have a good week. Hey, Eagles, you too, my guy. I'll see you on Friday. It says happy Eastward Network family. Hey, Charles, man, happy Easter to you too. But I will be on the call for Friday's matchup against the Cavaliers. So I guess that's kind of a happy early Easter from my guy Charles Riley if he's not in the live stream for Friday. But At the end of the day, it is what it is. But on that note, ladies and gents, that's pretty much going to go ahead and do it for me here from this one to start off the week. Be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe if you guys have not done so, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out. The Sixers win. Let's go. Peace, everybody. Have a good rest of your y'all's day. God bless and peace.